Here we are.
Don't touch me there, Dave.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our group of some immature players. Okay. Yeah, some people think they're really funny. Anywho, as you might remember from our last session, I couldn't find this map. And so I thought I'd show it up here. So this is the long stairs that you came up. Okay. And so you went through this pathway. You're seeing all these ruins everywhere. So over and to the left, we have the lake with the crocodiles and the big giant turtle that you heard about. And you've got the swamp area. Got some buildings over here, some ruins. Okay. Then we have, here's that pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that you guys skipped across. Here, this is the secret door in the basement with stairs leading down somewhere. Which you guys went down a bit, decided, no, we're not going to go much further, but the plan for tonight was to come back. So then you bypass those ruins without exploring. Okay. Until we get to the inn, this Sign of the Broken Head Inn, where we had a mega information dump, and we left off. The great news is the AI will be able to take that arc right out. So it also takes the sound of rolling dice out too. I know.
Who does that, Hounds?
Oh. So, as you'll recall, we had a couple of options here. So we had some people, some merchants that like to buy statues, and the plan was to return to that basement where you found a bunch of statues, get a lot of money for them, hopefully, and then buy what you can, and go delving. Is that still the plan?
I believe so.
I think so.
And we left off after talking to those guys, right?
Yes.
Because we need money.
Yeah.
We need gold.
Yeah, you guys are close to being beggars.
Were we bringing the statues to them, or were we taking them to the statues?
I thought we can discuss how to do this, but we should see if we can hire a bunch of people, buy a bunch of ropes and whatever other gear we need, and just try to haul them out of there and take them to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Or we could just say to them, like, if we show you these, if we take you to these, what do we get versus if we bring them to you?
I just don't want anybody finding the secret door, though.
Oh, right.
Right? I think we gotta bring them to
Yeah,
statues.
you're right. Yeah, we don't want people in there.
Even if it costs us a little bit more to get them there,
Good
it's
point.
worth not having them realize there's...
You know, some idiot's going to knock over something and think, oh, there's a door here.
Yeah.
Slap!
it would probably be you.
Sorry, you have to die now.
I have a family.
All right.
Yeah, so I think we hire some help and bring the statues to the inn.
Okay, so he says he's got a wagon that he can rent to you for a day. 10 silver pieces a day for the wagon itself.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay. He has 2 people that he can lease out. Again, we're looking at 10 silver pieces for the day for each of them. So we're looking at 30 silver pieces for one day. And he says, do you want to buy equipment, or do you want to, what do you think you need to buy? This is Kronos talking, right? The owner of the bar.
Need ropes.
Yeah, ropes for sure.
Pulleys.
Yeah, like block and tackle type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys make a list of the things you think you need, and
Just give us like a price bundle.
Yeah, and he says, well, that'd be probably about another 15 silver pieces. So does this seem reasonable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, I'll have some men posted because I value the lives of these men that will be working with you. So I'll have some men posted to keep watch as well to help out. And so he's going to send 4 guys. He said they'll be within shooting distance, but not right next to you. They'll just be watching for everything. And, as long as they can shout to you and you can shout back, then, I think everything's fine. So it's agreeable.
If they're getting chopped down, then we'll hear them screaming. So that's
what they're just going to wait on the road while we...
Yeah, because they're just going to keep an eye in as many directions as possible.
So then we'll oversee these guys pulling these things out. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Right.
Cronus says, excellent. Well,
So we'll tell the guys that purchase statues that then we'll be back later and to
Okay.
show them we have some stuff they're going to be interested in.
Yeah.
hey,
Because there's a couple there, right? So they'll
There's like 6, wasn't
maybe
there?
we can
three.
get them.
There are three.
Maybe we can get them bidding against each other.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you guys mention that, and they say, all right, well, see you around dinner time. Okay, and then you exit, and one of the guys follows you back, and he slips you 10 gold and says, deal with me first, and don't come to the inn. Send someone, he says, to just kind of knock on the door, open it, and then say, oh shit, I forgot something, and then leave. Come and meet you out here, because I'll definitely give you the best prices.
In the courtyard. So he's going to meet us in the courtyard of the inn.
Yeah. Well, he says, we'll meet in the stable.
I guess Baldwin, the fighter, will look at him and say, well, then we have to trust you that you would do that. Why would we trust you to say that you're going to give us the best price out of the other three guys?
As I'm sharpening my knife.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks at Phantom sharpening his knife, and he says, listen, don't need to worry about that. Just go in and ask Kronos which one of them gives the best deals to people who bring stuff. Just go ask him.
You got the best person? Definitely not me. I got 0.
Yeah, 0 and +1.
I got my cleric is a +1.
All right, get in there, Claire.
Does anyone have it as a prime? That's the real question.
Well, I do.
But cleric has a prime with a +1.
Oh, okay. So the clerk's going in. So you're actually going to do that?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll talk to him and just say, we have to deal with these 3 statue dealers. One of them has told us to deal with him exclusively. We have to trust him that he's going to give us the best price. Can I trust him, and does he operate this way, or is he a cheater?
Okay. Roll.
I rolled a 1.
He said, "Well,
We're just waiting
so
outside.
Cronus scratches his scraggly bearded chin, and he says, "Well, I'll be honest with you. He seems to be, of the 3, the one that secured the most deals. I've never gone adventuring, so I can't speak on my behalf. But what I've noticed is, of the 3, he has maybe 50% of it, and the other 2, 25 each. He says, I don't know what that says. Take that or leave it. But, if I did come across a statue that I thought was worth buying or selling, I would go to him first, just simply from what I've seen other people do."
So Aldrich leaves the inn, slams the door, just storms past everybody. I don't find anything.
All right, we're going with you, buddy.
Fuck.
All right. So,
Or we could later talk to the other 2 and go, he slipped us 10 gold to, because he said he'll give us a better deal than you guys. What do you guys think? That is a possibility.
Well,
Are you going back into the inn?
what do you do?
I could do that, but I don't know how good I'm going to roll either.
Go in there. We got time.
Okay, so I'll march back in.
talk to the other ones.
Talk to the
Fucking
other
revolving door.
the other 2 guys. I'm just going to slip over to them and go, your buddy out there, he sort of followed us out. So he was, talk to him first, like, he'll give us the best deal. He's cutting you guys out of our statues. And is this true? Like, what do you think about that?
Make a roll. Let me know if it's a prime.
It is a prime.
Okay. On charisma?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
All right.
Oh, we're so close to the 20. It's an 8. +1 9, plus whatever I get for a prime. So, blah.
Okay.
We're off to a great start.
So it's good to get these bad rules out of the way when it's not a life and death matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one kind of snickers, rolled his eyes, and says, "Your buddy was just, you guys left, and then the one comes in, and then he leaves, and now you come. Like, are you guys absent-minded? Is your head tied on? Are you forgetting something else?"
No, we're
Because I
just.
think you're full of shit.
We're just.
Oh, really?
we're
Are
just a
you
bit
actually saying I'm full of shit? Because there's a courtyard out there, and you get your sword, and we'll decide who's full of shit. I think when I beat you, we'll know what you're full of.
He just laughs and says, well, I see you've come back empty-handed.
Really?
Oh,
Well, then we're not selling to you.
200% to that ding dong.
Yeah. I understand now why everybody says this other guy does do a better deal than you. Because you're an ass. You're a dumbass.
Yeah. My name's Morris, and I pay the best.
No.
And
you
then he
don't.
turns around and just ignores you and walks to the bar and orders some breakfast.
1 and an 8.
Of course, I come in and I'm like, I forgot my wallet.
Do you honestly?
No. I was just joking.
Well, yeah, we might as well get this gong show underway here.
So you come back outside?
Yep.
How'd it go?
Well, let's just say that there's one guy who really doesn't like me now, and the feeling is mutual, and it wasn't good.
So you basically like him. You didn't really do much. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, we're going with you, buddy.
Note here.
Hopefully, you didn't make enemies with that. other guy.
Boras?
Yeah.
Boras is his name?
Boras was his name? I don't know.
Morris, don't be a cruel. Okay, so off you guys go. The slow pace of the mule pulling the wagon, and it is uneventful. You get to the ruins.
This is morning.
This is morning. What you do see, the only thing of notice is you see 4 quite short people, and everyone can pretty much tell they're halflings, and they are going into the pyramid and then disappear. They also saw you, but they didn't react in any way other than looking curiously, but they kept going.
4
halflings. Okay. So, here we go. So, it's filled with rubble, which everyone starts pulling away first to get a clear path. Okay. And what you have are 3 broken marble statues, about 6 feet tall, as well as the marble right leg from a colossal statue. Okay. So, it takes you all day to get these things up. They're quite heavy. All right. Now, you get them piled into the wagon. And let's see here. Nothing of any interest happens. The guys on guard don't mention anything at all. You can see them in the distance. They're not too far away, but they don't mention anything. You don't even hear any hooting of baboons. And so you can go back. So here we go. You guys are back at the inn. It takes much longer to travel back. The poor donkey is straining. Okay. You get back there. And you see a person disappear into the stables. It's the same guy who fed you 10 gold pieces.
I kind
Morris.
I kind of hold up the party, and I'm like, you guys, you know what? I'm just going to go around the other side and look through the window just to see if it's set up or something like that.
Okay, so there aren't any windows on the main floor of the inn, but the stable does have
That's where I'm
all right, and you see him just waiting inside by the door. You see the stable hands that work there, but there isn't much to do, so they just.
Do I see anybody in and around the stable at all?
Not from your position in the window.
All right, I come back and say, I mean, it's other than the stable den, guys, it's pretty clear. It's just him in there. So, I mean, if you guys want to go in, take care of business, I'll stay out and just make sure everything's good on the outside.
Yeah, so the fighter will stay with the gear, like Baldwin, and Aldrich, the cleric, will help negotiate.
Oh, we're running both people, right?
Yeah.
We're running both characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I would have done my charisma +2 with Calder.
So
Calder's just like, I'm right here, guys. Don't forget about me.
are we someone going in? Are y'all going in? What
I think at least two of us should go in.
Yeah, the cleric and
And
the other fighter.
and Calder, the illusionist, will go in.
everybody else guards the wagons with our goods.
Okay. So he says, well, you need to bring the wagon in here. I need to look at it without anyone else looking at it.
Can't we just tell him that we've already decided just to sell to him anyways?
He says, well, I can't determine the price for you until I see the item.
So wait a second, he can't see it in the courtyard under lantern light?
Well, it's still enough light. You don't say I have to inspect it. I have to look at it.
Well, come on out and inspect it.
Okay, so he says, okay, so he kind of humps for ox and he says, all right, okay. So he looks at it, and he's all excited. But as soon as you see that he's looked at it for the first 10 seconds, you see his shoulders kind of slump. And well, okay. Says, well, the first one says this looks like it's a statue of Horus. He says, but it's in bad state of repair. You could take it to Gosterwick and get it repaired, and I would pay a lot more money. But in its current state, he says, I'm willing to give 190 gold.
Okay. And that's for the one statue?
That's for the one from Horus.
Horus.
Okay.
190 without being fixed.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for if it was fixed?
Probably about 700, 800, depending on the quality of the repairs.
How much does it cost to fix it?
Is that I'm not so sure of.
Yeah.
All right. What about the other two here?
Okay, the other one looks like it's a statue of Uriel Nos. And so you guys remember he's the founder of the Order of Thoth. So this one's in even worse shape. So I would give you about 100 gold pieces. It's not that special. So it'd be worth 450 if repaired.
Okay. And the last one?
He says, this one is, says it's not anyone famous or anything like that, but it's a finely dressed goblin. And he said, it just needs some minor repairs. That one, I'll give you 400 for.
And if it's fixed?
It's worth it.
If it's fixed, 600. Because it's almost intact. Okay, so these are all 6 feet tall. And then we have the marble right leg from the colossal statue of Arden.
What about this sexy lake of Arden here?
It says,
sexy leg.
Says that could be worth a lot of money. It really just depends on getting all the pieces. Now, however many pieces there are, who knows?
We have a set price for each piece. We can be your treasure hunters for the other ones.
He says, I'm willing to put a down payment on it. I'd be willing for $1,000 a piece, 1,000 gold pieces a piece. But I'm willing to give you 300 now, and then the remainder, we'll write up a contract of the remaining 700 if you manage to get the rest of the pieces to assemble it. It says there are a lot of pieces missing. I imagine some are down in the ruins, and I'll be honest with you, if they're big like this one, it's going to be a bastard to get it out.
So you give 1,000 per piece?
1,000 per piece.
So we got one
But
already.
but 300 now and 700 if we find more,
Yes.
plus 1,000 for more.
Correct.
Basically, it becomes a never-ending quest.
It could be, or you could get lucky because someone else is assembling it. You stumble upon it.
We'll kill them. Right?
Well, I wouldn't suggest that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
who knows what might happen?
I mean, if we don't have the money to spend to get it fixed. So, I mean, I think we just give them as is.
Yeah, the other part of the problem is then we'd have to hire more horses and more wagons because this poor donkey can't drag all this shit back to Gosterwick.
The donkey's dead, so we can get water.
Yeah,
Plus, it's got to go down that cliff.
Yeah,
And then back up the cliff.
Well, that's the thing. We'd have to figure out another way because we can't take a donkey through the.
So I say we go and we'll have.
See, here's the other thing.
Unless we hired.
He started off really excited,
Mm-hmm.
and then he did the whole So use your skills.
Yeah, is that a trick? Is it a show?
Yeah.
Is he scamming us?
I wish I had my spell list.
That's why this game needs spell cards. Like one of the things.
Can you tell me what influence is?
Yes, I have the spell list.
That's something I have nothing of.
And that's illusions. Illusion.
Illusionist. Yeah,
that's an illusion.
Illusion.
I'm not lying when I say that. The assassin, while it's happening, wants to see if this guy is kind of, because I mean, Phantom's pretty good at telling deceiving lies. So he wants to see if this guy is like lying to us or deceiving us in any way.
Okay, make a wisdom check.
He's an illusionist?
Yeah.
Is that time or not?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, what was it? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Cool. 5.
You think he's pretty legit and seemed
so
he was hoping for something better.
Influence is a temporary charm.
And if you cast it, they know you cast it.
Well, it's up to Dave. He's DMing, but when you cast a spell, right?
Oh, everyone will notice.
Even if he snuck back into the barn, the stable, and from the doorway?
Yeah, because it's a verbal component. Lots of hand waving.
I can just, I wish Jim, maybe I just go to the bathroom and just pretend I'm undoing my pants.
Mm-hmm. That's a strange thing to be talking about when you go to the bathroom. Those odd words that pull power.
You don't hear shit, man.
That pull power out of the air.
Not hearing you shit, so he knows you're thinking.
So what are you going to do?
I think, I mean, we don't have anything else to really go on, so
we have a deal?
You're very pushy, aren't you?
Go in there and see what you get. Make a perception check. See if he's being honest.
What's perception again?
Or wisdom check, sorry.
There we go. It's hard when there's no skills.
17.
Yeah, well, not hard. It's kind of easy.
Yeah, 17.
He is absolutely confident about you going in there, coming back out, just how you perceive him reacting.
I gather all my party along, and I kind of like, just wait 1 second. We walk away from him just a bit. So the 6 of us are all alone.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, just fuck it. At this point in time, with our rolls at the start, we're pretty much locked in.
Well, it's a pretty good pile of cash for a day's work.
Start,
right?
yeah. So, I mean, if we see that this guy's lying later on, we'll fucking murder him.
Well, there's a cliff right by.
Yeah.
And Morris might run in.
You're like, yeah.
Phantom and like me and the fighter, like, yeah.
He might be the greatest guy.
Phantom kind of looks over, is like, we'll be there in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna throw him.
He sees your thumbs up and he smiles and nods at you.
So yeah, if he backstabs us, we fucking throw him off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, we good? Agreement? All right. So we come over like the 3 statues. You'll take as is. So we'll take if you round up that 190 to 200, we'll take the 700 gold.
Make a charisma check.
A nat 20.
Woo!
He shakes your hand.
All right.
Deal.
For the sexy leg, you're gonna pay the 1,000 for that, and then a down payment of 500 for the other ones as a start.
That's what he said.
I know, but we're counter.
I rolled a nat 20.
We're counter. We're
Yeah,
counter.
that was the point for the deal of the other deal.
Good
But I'm like, we found a piece, and you said you would offer 1,000 per piece, so that's one legit that you just told us. Down payment of 500 to get us ready for the other ones.
So he looks at the rest of you. Is your friend a little daft? I thought it was pretty clear. Says,
Does he?
Seems like you don't want to do business.
Oh, I don't want to do business.
Well, we have a deal.
I just want the starting.
You
time.
just want to change it now. Afterwards.
I'm not. I raised it to 200.
That means change. Raise means change. Lesson means change too. Is that the direction you want to go as well? Or you could go into the inn and talk to those 2 scabs in there.
Or I can have my fighter put you upside down over a cliff. Which one do you want to do?
He smiles and he thinks, just because I deal in statues doesn't mean it's the only thing I do.
Now you're showing your true colors.
There we go. So what about instead of 300, 500? And pay the rest later.
I'm just saying, like, we have a legit piece
Yeah.
that he said he was going to pay 1,000 for.
Yeah.
When you collect the rest. That was the deal we made and already shook on.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that's a good disposition? Or are you all neutral?
No, both my characters are lawful neutral. They follow the law and they don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, who here is lawful?
These 2.
No. Yeah. Neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're beginning to feel uncomfortable. It's like, hey, we gave our word.
Yeah, we'll just take the deal, but as long as he remembers to honor his part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
He goes, remember? No. He says, we'll write this out. I'm willing to sign. And hold out a piece of parchment, and he goes over to the wagon, and he just plunks himself onto the bed of it and starts writing with a quill and ink and writes it all out, and he signs his name, and he asks for all of your names as well. He says, unless you want to call yourself by a group name, in case you get more members or lose some.
Does he have his back turned when he does his like parchment writing?
Can we see what he's doing?
Oh yeah.
So as he's doing that, I kind of whisper to myself and kind of influence him.
Okay.
While his back is turned.
Make it difficult, don't you?
You know what? They're so obnoxious and in our face. That's what the problem
That's why
is.
you're being a little.
This one wasn't. You guys made a deal with them.
You're being a little. We never shook on it.
Yes, you did.
No, who shook? Who shook his hand? We made a shook of him like giving us the 10-piece gold, but not for this other shit.
Now I remember what it's like to be a player and be suspicious of everything.
Okay.
There's stones on the road. How many?
So, as you're starting to quietly chant, you see blue-white light arcing around his left hand. He's writing with his right. And you hear him say, are you sure you want to finish that spell?
Sure.
What was that?
Yeah. You know what? We're good. Just sign the piece of paper. We're good. That's what true.
Yeah, we know.
No, we know.
All right.
So,
So,
He probably used influence on us.
That's what the one I rolled.
yes,
was.
master. Yes, master.
So he says, okay. So he gives you he signs, he gives the parchment. You see his name is Ralos, and that he is the one that's going to be paying you.
What is this?
R-A and then L-O-S-S.
Wizard statue.
Minimum 5th level.
Yeah, fair.
To R1?
We did get a pile of gold out.
We did.
So now the trick
we got
is
1,000 gold.
where the hell do we put all this money?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of gold to carry.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, we're going to be spending a lot of it, I bet. Right up
We
front.
probably need some gear and shit right
Yeah.
away, right?
So we thank them and we'll let them know when we find more pieces of that to go along with that sexy leg.
If we find one.
And I apologize for my attitude. Calder would be truthful to that. And he puts out his hand and shakes Ralph.
Okay. Ralos shakes the hand.
And I just tell him, like, hey, I've been through a lot. Hard to trust people when you just meet them. So
Just don't apologize. Just improve.
it's me a level 5.
You'll be level 10 by then.
Okay. Are we done with this part?
I think so. We got a bunch of money.
We got 1,000 gold.
And then, do merchants frequent this place, like in case we need to buy stuff? Or
Yeah, periodically they come by and in there. So Kronos does sell some basic items.
like rope and
Yes, all that sort of thing.
backpacks and sacks
Yes.
and
Yeah, no armor or weapons in here. That's for merchants who bring that sort of stuff. Okay, definitely a lot more available in Gotham.
So we've got 994 after we pay everything off.
okay. All right.
So what are we going to do?
What do we need to buy in terms of basic gear that we don't have if we're gonna start to explore that secret tunnel?
Yeah.
So my fighter has a rope and grappling hook.
Yeah, I have rope.
5 piton spikes.
Yeah. I have torches. I have rope. Both my characters.
Mm,
Do we need to hire a henchman to haul treasure and gear? Like, do we want to try to, with the money we have, do we want to see if somebody wants to come with us? They carry the lantern or the torch behind us, and they just come with backpacks and sacks to carry shit out.
Yeah, we cut off his tongue so he doesn't speak to anybody.
Well, we
Fann's
give,
like, oh, I'm sorry.
we can give them a pay bonus not to speak about it,
Yeah.
right? Or we can just blindfold them until we're in there and shut the door. You know what I mean?
Like the Prestige where he has those blind people take back the thing that's shoved underneath the theater. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Well, there are some people visiting and looking for work. They are in there. So, how much are you offering? There's one guy in particular who looks like a strapping young man. Glint of unintelligence in his eye. You know, seems like a good mule, so to speak.
And do we want to buy them like a shovel, a pickaxe, a pry bar? You know, the things that you sometimes might need to get into something or break something.
Want some armor? He has nothing except for a dagger.
And but they don't sell armor here, right?
True.
I was going to say we could buy them leather armor, but there are none. So we're just going to have to we'll just be careful.
Scavenge some at some point.
Okay, so what's the going rate for a retainer to haul gear?
It's a silver piece a day.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Paying more for his fucking
We have a
tombstone.
henchman. What's his name?
his name is Cross with a K.
Don't cross me, guys.
Chris Cross.
Ding.
Is he cross-eyed? Is that why?
Yes, it is.
Jesus Christ.
I was wondering if you're going to get on that.
Okay, so we want to buy him a pickaxe, a shovel, and a pry bar. He needs a backpack and probably a couple
Large sacks.
large sacks.
Some
All right.
rations.
He's a very big guy.
Yeah, water, rations.
Whoever's recording this said he has a 17 strength.
Ooh.
Right. And to match a 7 intelligence. Okay.
It's not far off of my fighter.
Everything else is average for him.
All right. Is there a place with? So that's a silver piece per day for that guy, right?
Yep.
Henchman,
Okay, so we get them all geared up.
cross, silver piece per day.
All right. You're able to find out. So the cost is 150% of what is
So 50% more. Okay,
50% more. So we'll find whoever it is in the player's handbook and
I'll figure out the cost for that.
Okay. Is there a place for like health potions and stuff like that at all?
well,
Okay.
his wife can sell some.
Okay.
So
So-
she has 3 available.
3 regular ones.
Yes.
And how much are those? So-
What would we say was 250?
When I looked, it was
200. It's 100 per level, isn't it?
It was like 200 or 300. I
We'll
think
go-
it was 300 gold or something for a health potion. Yeah.
I looked
Okay.
it was only 5.
Did you?
No.
I thought it was 50.
Well, it
That's what it used to be.
Depends on the. Yeah. So the cost up here is expensive. So it's 300 for a health potion. She has 3.
so likely not going to happen
No.
right now.
What does everyone have? I got 1, and then I got 1 extra.
I got a cleric that can heal.
And that's true.
I have none, but I do have 10 bandages.
Okay. Croc tries to look you in the eye, but he's just a little off to the side. He's off a little left. And he says, "I hear carrying healing potions is a good idea." And he's just looking around. He's nodding at everyone. Yeah, I think you should do it.
Go get our gear across.
And he snapped to it. He said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Yes, sir." And he goes out.
Pardon for our henchmen. We'll save those for us for a later date, please.
Oh, Cross is going to be fun to play.
Gonna be
I
an
hope he
easy
survives.
If he doesn't, you can go with the line, "He never saw it coming."
Yeah.
Okay.
His other brother, Chris.
Yeah.
So for
And then his cousin Applesauce.
So for 15 gold, he has a sledgehammer, a pickaxe, a pry bar, a shovel, a backpack, 2 large sacks, a water skin, and food.
That leaves us at 9.
And a bit of an attitude.
Plus the inn. So I'll take off. Yeah, so we're good. Because we're spending another day there, so at the end,
Yeah, so you'll spend another night.
Yeah.
Leave in the morning.
we're at 970.
Okay.
Do we want a wagon
Mm,
for our henchmen to
Nah.
crisscross drive?
No, we just have to guard it,
Okay.
hide it, everything like that.
A
Right?
donkey? Horse?
You're leaving it above ground while we're down underneath for
Sure.
days, weeks,
That's true.
months.
We'll leave a little pile of food.
That won't bring in the apes.
All right. So I think we're ready to go. We say we're gonna get together and leave the next morning.
What's for breakfast? I don't know if I'm getting up earlier doing the continental breakfast.
Holiday Inn, we passed on the way out. The Arden Vul Inn.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, bright and early in the morning, you guys wolf down quick breakfast and some hot tea, and then off you go.
I think we have to be just curious, like suspicious if anybody's following us, just in case.
Yeah.
Like we should take a different path every time we go down,
Yeah.
or
And
like
you
a
said-
different way of going to the building.
Yeah, and like you said, we should make sure that we'll make sure nobody's watching us head to this ruin.
Okay. So you guys are walking nonchalantly.
We're taking a different route than we normally would take.
So you go circle around a bit to the north and then come a little bit of south at it. All right. So you guys are just north of the other ruin. Okay. Make a perception check, everyone. Okay.
So that's
wisdom
wisdom.
check. Sorry.
So fighting. Oh my god, another one.
So I got a 15 with my illusionist and an 8 for my
Always say whether it's prime or non-prime.
not prime.
So I got a 14 on a prime for the cleric Aldrich. The other ding dong failed.
So my wizard's got an 11, and my fighter's got 18. No prime.
Okay. So you guys don't see anything except for birds. Aldrich does see a figure far off, and who got the 18?
Uther.
And Uther, far off, that you don't think is the dragon, but you think it's a smaller kind of flying creature, but way, way off and not a concern, and not coming towards you at all. So you think that you can, right now, make a dash to those ruins and get into the cellar while you think no one's watching.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys get in there, and down you go. So you guys walk down
Make sure we close the door, too.
280 feet.
God.
Oh my God is right.
The worst thing about that is we're gonna have to fucking walk up it too.
I know.
Hopefully Cross is not leading.
No, so
I keep bumping into the wall, guys.
so for marching order, who's going to lead? Do you want your fighter to lead, Kevin?
Sure.
Okay, so what's your
So
Just a human, so can't see squat, but
well we'll have Cross can carry a torch. So we got fighter.
Illusionist is going to be in the middle.
So who's going to go
my
after?
wizard.
So fighter will go first, and then
We'll have your cleric go in the back with my rogue or my assassin.
Okay, so who's
Yeah,
going to go?
Who's left for you?
Well, I've got a wizard.
So you got
who's
wizard
the other,
illusionist?
who's the other guy?
That's the fighter who's going first.
Okay.
So
So Uther's up in front.
Okay, so
Merlin's in the middle
you
with
got
your
a
guy.
fighter too?
yeah, he
So
should.
two fighters in the one fighter in the back, one fighter in the front.
Okay, so the cleric will go second,
Yeah.
and then we'll have wizard
Illusionist
and illusionist,
and then
cross,
assassin.
and then assassin,
And then fighter.
and then fighter.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the marching order.
So just so you know, I'm using a combination of the maps that are provided here, but also the colorful VTT maps that are available for free. And then I'm going to try to get a bunch off of you too, whenever I can. So when you see a note like this, change to room, that's just a reminder to me to bring up a different map. So
So this is when we got back. This is when we're down to the bottom.
you're down the very bottom.
Okay.
I have you in there just so I can see the
280
light.
feet down.
But
That's crazy. 280 feet. So that's like 28 floors.
So we're at the bottom of the mountain.
you know or no, this
We don't know.
it is a 1,500 feet.
Fuck.
But still,
Jeez.
that's like
Yeah.
like that's a decent amount into the mountain.
A fifth of the mountain. Yeah.
Like fucking hell.
All right.
So, yeah. So you guys
fucking
get down there.
X.
There's a short passageway, and then it comes up to an obvious door. There is the dust is inches thick. No one,
No footprints whatsoever.
nothing. Cobwebs. You're just normal cobwebs, not alarming cobwebs.
Thank you.
So do we search the room just for?
It is literally a 10-foot by 20-foot corridor.
Yeah.
Bottom of the
Just to
stairs.
the bottom of the stairs.
Any doors?
And then there's just a door leading to.
Phantom goes up to the door just to listen. See
Okay.
if there's anything.
Make a wisdom roll.
It's a door, guys.
I don't hear anything.
As long as it wasn't a 1.
Okay. It was a 5.
Okay. So you hear this. Okay. Remember what you're here. You hear the voice. Remember what you're here for. I have to leave. Keep searching the library. We need to find more information about the names of Thoth.
This is what I'm hearing on the other
This is what
side.
you're hearing. And then you hear another voice say, well, what about the statue? It will attack us if you're not here.
Oh.
And he says, well, here. He says a word. Who do you speak Mithric?
My illusionist does.
Okay. He says a word that you don't understand. He says, that's the code word. That'll stop it and start it.
Can I reiterate the sound to my illusionist?
Yeah.
Because the cleric speaks it.
Yeah. And he says, well, that sounds like the word halt. And he says, did he say something? Did he say it a different way afterwards? And yeah. And then just a slight inflection changes the meaning to start. So it's one word, but the intonation gives it 2 meanings. So you guys
know that? Okay.
now know it.
Okay.
Can you say it?
So do I see how, like, do I sense how many people? Like, I know there's 2 at least.
Okay. Well, if you want to wait 10 minutes and just listen to see if you can. Right. Yes. Make a roll.
Want me to roll? Another wisdom
check.
Well, I'm getting better. 7. Guys, I hear guys talking.
There's people talking.
You're not sure.
Okay. So I know at least 2 for sure. So unless he's talking to himself,
And a statue that.
or he's basically got puppets on his hands. You know, Thomas, you can do this. I know I can. Halt. You halt.
So this is where we're at. Crack open the door a bit, and this is what you can see. 4 people. They look like librarians.
Like Peyton Manning.
Okay. And in the southeastern corner, you can see some sort of large construct holding a black spear.
Hey.
Standing still.
And
they're moving about.
Is man-sized, like 6 feet tall or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I get a sense that these guys are searching for something?
Yes. They're searching to the library.
And do I hear anything of what they're searching for? Like any like.
They're talking about Thoth, the god Thoth, and his secret names. And you can hear him. I don't know what fucking secret names are. Why does he need to know? Who cares?
And the guy that was saying halt, like the halt word, do I recognize any of the voices?
Okay, but that guy left.
Okay.
It's scary.
So I told him, like, these are just, I think, his henchmen, so we can probably take it.
These are, you just crack open. They are thin, slim, non-athletic.
Fighters, Kira.
Okay, they are not adventurers whatsoever. You know, think of.
But they appear alive, like they're not.
Oh yeah, they're not undead.
Yeah, I think we bull rush them.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell them, like,
All right.
What do you do?
so I say, I'll get my crossbow ready. I say the fighters, there's 2 to the right. You guys bull rush that guy. I'll take the guy at the far end, and then I'll have
Somebody else.
And
Cleric go after the guy on.
there's a door on the south end, right here.
Yeah,
Somebody will have to speak the command word.
yeah. Illusionist will speak it while we rush in.
I just recognize that map. That's a Loke battle map, isn't it? I got that from Loke.
You son of a
Don't
bitch!
remember?
No.
Just did a search for a room.
So the illusionist says, "Okay,
It's hard to find just rooms.
It is, but I'll tell you, I found when we're done here, I'll tell you where I get all mine.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of really good free ones.
So but Illusionist basically says, okay, fighters, take 2 to the right. Phantom, go for the guy on the far right. Cleric, go after the guy on the left. And Illusionist, I'll say the word to stop the guy.
Stop that
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
When you say right, do you mean the perception of the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in the shoes of my character, okay? We go on the count of 3, but really 2.
Because that's the thing. The problem is that fucking dude is closest to the door. We can't probably reach him.
Okay. One of them notices the door is slightly ajar.
Let him
And
come,
he
let him come
says,
close.
"Oh, uh-oh. Hey, guys!" And he points, and everyone stops what they're doing. Okay. So, everyone, yeah, it's too bad. You guys just need to do it. Everyone, roll initiative. And
They don't see us, though, right?
they see the...
They just see the door.
They see the door.
Initiative is level 2, right?
It is
just straight.
D10 plus Dex bonus if any.
Oh, shit. D10.
I rolled such a great D20.
So, Baldwin,
Baldwin's going on a 4.
Aldrin,
It's going on a 2.
Jesus, Merlin,
8,
Uther,
4,
Phantom,
11.
Calder.
4.
Yeah, 4 is a popular number tonight. Second here. So it's range. Column B. Okay. First up is Phantom.
I'm gonna bring my scimitar out, but I'm gonna be in a ready position to when that guy gets close to the door to basically like strike when he opens the door to see if anything's out here.
Okay.
So I'll attack when he opens the door or gets close to the door. Can I do that in this game?
Well, you can. Here's the problem, though. They're not coming towards the door.
All right.
You notice that they are worried. The
So which
librarians, they're not sticking around. They know what this place is full of.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna
run straight through and block the door.
You know what?
So they notice that the door is open, but they make no movement to come towards.
No, they noticed and they knew that the door wasn't. There was no. They could not see a door there before, so they are alarmed, and so they might be. Well, it looks like they're going. You can hear them. They're saying, "We can go. We can tell Isocritus."
Shit.
So, gigs up. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna bust through and shoot my crossbow at the farthest one.
Yep, good work.
Okay, so that would be librarian number 4.
Fuck me. 10?
That's a hit.
Oh shit.
Thank God for Norm.
Cool. 1 point of damage. Here I am, motherfuckers.
Yay, level 1.
Okay, are you just stopping at the
So
door?
I run right up to in between the 2 bookcases.
Right
Right there, yeah.
Okay,
Can't see me, I'm a phantom.
Merlin.
Got some sleep action.
No, I don't know what the hell a sleep spell is, but I can try and cast it. But I don't even know what I have to do to cast it. I've never played a. I don't think I even have my spells. Oh, fuck.
You just have to cast it.
Okay. 9.
It's not a roll.
Oh, okay.
It's what does the spell say again?
I don't know. I don't have.
It's how many?
I don't have it written down.
Okay,
The sleep spell?
I meant the
I think it's a number of hit dice that are affected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2D. I want to say 2D.
I think it's 2d4.
Oh no, it's 2d4
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2d4.
plus the level.
That's my level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-wee! Here it comes,
I think
boys. I'm almost there.
It's 6.
6.
Okay. So, Librarian 2
Remind me to print off my.
Yeah, 2d4 level of creatures into a comatose slumber.
is unconscious.
I gotta print out this bill.
Librarian 1 is unconscious. What's the radius on that?
I don't know.
You would have it.
And is it a save too? I think it is a save, isn't it?
Ready to go. This game, I may have mentioned this before, needs fucking spell check.
Yeah.
So sleep. The spell's area effect is 30 feet diameter. So from the main target, it'll come out 30 feet from there. Yeah.
So 15. So
Yes. Yeah.
no, it doesn't catch him.
Oh, I saw it touch the corner.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't catch him, but it catches Phantom. So is there a save?
Well, no, it wouldn't affect me.
Why not?
It just affects the people.
Is that what it
The
says? I don't
enemies,
believe it says
isn't it?
that. No.
The caster determines where the center of the spell.
Oh, then I'm centering it on the far guy.
Creatures of lower levels fall asleep first. Cannot affect creatures of 5th level or higher.
There we go. That's better.
So just you could send it in the
Cannot
corner so it
affect
doesn't.
undead construct
No, I'm just
creatures.
going to set it on the far guy. So, like, if we're going to catch anybody, like the one who's closest to the door trying to
Yeah,
escape.
that's true.
What's the range on it?
There's no saving throw.
Oh, there's no saving through.
So I determine where it goes.
Yeah.
And what's the range? I think it's 150 feet. isn't
Yeah,
it?
150
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, so you can get this guy. Do you want to do
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So that's
put it in
Librarian 4.
Awesome. So we knocked out the far
So
guy.
Librarian 4 is unconscious. The other 2 are not.
Now I'm going to move over into the notch of the other side of the bookshelves to get out of the way of the rest of the gang coming. No, the other way.
Yeah.
Right beside the librarians. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next. That thing can't go yet. Okay. Librarian 1 yells out a word in Mithric, and you guys watch to your horror. This thing, which looked like just a statue, suddenly comes to life.
I'm not watching it anymore. We're ready to shut the
Okay.
word to shut it off.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if it attacks that librarian, the other librarian
So-
first.
Baldwin.
So the first guy outside the door on the left is unconscious, right?
The
No,
guy
that
that
guy's
closest-
unconscious.
that
Right
guy,
here.
Who's the
there.
other unconscious guy?
No,
No one.
Just that
Yeah.
guy.
Okay, so I'm going to slide out the door and the dude directly to the left.
Yeah, I basically tell you, I'm like, don't worry about these two. Go after the guy on the far left. Far left.
So you're like, go right, go right.
Left.
No,
Like,
go
go
left.
left. Yeah. From your from a character's perspective.
Coming down and
Oh, so that guy.
The far guy.
Yeah, okay.
close.
Are you the guy that? Are you the one that knows Mithric?
Yeah.
You should also be yelling the halt word
Okay,
as you're
so-
coming in. I see like that guy's getting alive. Yell when you're going over.
While yelling the halt word. But the thing is, I can only travel 15 feet and still attack. So, like, I can get to him.
Can you have a crossbow?
I don't have a ranged one. Well, I could throw a hand axe while I'm running.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I'm going to have to get in front of him. So I'll run in front of him
and shut off that.
and shut off. I'll yell while I'm running and shut off the construct. So Baldwin will run and I'll just get in front of him. Over 2 more. No, up 1. And over 2 more. And I'll... 2
Right,
more
like right in front.
My
of you.
left or right?
to the right. 2 more to the right.
His right or my right?
To my right.
Closer to the librarian. That's
Yeah,
the
librarian
wrong
guy.
way.
Yeah.
There you go.
One more over.
One more over.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's see how far that is. So, yeah, you can get right up to him.
Nice.
Perfect. So I'm gonna slide in there
Fucking
and block him from going anywhere, and then I'm going
Okay.
to hit him in the face with the sword.
Right. So he screams an alarm,
Did Baldwin shut it off though?
and you yell, okay, yeah, so the thing comes to a halt. All right.
So 16. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yep, that will do it.
Number 3. Librarian 2. Okay.
He takes 15 damage.
Okay. So in a
What the
colossal
fuck?
spurt of blood,
Jesus.
all right, you guys, like viscera flies, and you just open up his gut.
I just see Phantom going like, what the? Jesus Christ. I say that out
He
loud.
got the bastard sword two-handed.
Jesus. Was it
Wow.
1d10?
It's 1d12.
Oh,
But
shit.
He has a +3.
Oh, yeah, that. I just tell you, I'm like, Phantom, I'm like, you just go and just.
Plus he has the special, so he's got a +1. So he gets a +4.
Right.
All right, so you just carved open his stomach, and just blood splurts everywhere. His intestines just drop out. You've cut through a lot of it, and the smell of shit just starts radiating
That's pretty
out.
awesome to have for like a first level. That's fun.
Yeah, well, it was a good roll.
Okay.
That too, but still. Oh.
Uther, you're up.
Phantom's just telling you to go to the
Yeah, coming to go after the
librarian.
the closest librarian there. Then I'm
Okay.
gonna attack him with my bastard sword, and hopefully be as successful.
Imagine how much this would suck. They're all in there in their dirty robes looking for books, and we just come bursting through the wall, fucking killing everything.
Phantom's telling you, I'm like, Baldwin, just fuck this guy up and see what you do.
It's 12 to hit.
It is.
Thank God.
Okay, you rip through his robes with your bastard sword.
I'm just rolling.
Just a reminder to roll your damage with your to hit.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, so that would only be 4 damage for me, though.
Okay. Well,
Because
Phantom just said pathetic.
so wait, sorry, not 4. It's 5. I forgot to add my strength.
all right. Down goes another one as you slice into his neck, and he's vainly and trying to stop it from bleeding out, but down he goes.
That's why you kill him, nice.
Okay. Calder.
Calder will just come in next to Phantom, just a little ahead of Phantom. And basically, I know the Phantom tells me about the guy in the back there, the construct. And I'm just ready to scream out, because I speak Mithric, so the word. But I put arcane armor on myself, I believe.
Okay.
It's arcane. What is arcane armor?
I think it's a +2.
Okay. So I cast that
All
on
right.
myself.
Aldrich.
That's +3.
+3.
So I cannot get past the fighter, right?
Oh, yeah, you can slip right by this because
No, I mean like past the fighter to attack the last
Uther?
guy.
No.
I can't get past Uther.
so no. So
You
you'll.
could shoot.
I don't have a ranged weapon.
So here's your 30.
Phantom tells you
This
to go.
guy's still alive,
But he's sleeping.
but it's
I think you just go him and just
yeah,
murder
he's
him.
sleeping. This guy, you'd have to come around them.
I would just go to the guy sleeping and just murder him.
Yeah.
I'll just run there and block it in case he tries to run.
Yeah.
So I'll run there and
If we can keep him alive, to question. Too.
yeah, and if he tries to come through there, I'll get my mace ready and he
Okay.
can take
Are
the
you going
mace.
to do anything to the
Just murder
sleeping?
that guy. I get out my murder him. He's sleeping. Just kill him. And then we can still.
So talk to the other guy.
Phantom said like they tried to unleash that construct on
All
us.
right. So I mashed his skull with my mace.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. I'm like, well, I'm lawful. Why they tried to kill us? Mash! Convinced. Mash!
All right, roll it to hit.
He's sleeping.
He's
Just
prone.
oh, you got an advantage though. So.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, but,
there's no advantage in this.
but do we just automatically kill him if he's sleeping? Because it is.
Yeah. So I guess it's not about a kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just bat his head open.
Okay.
Whack-a-mole.
Okay.
You imagine the last librarian, he's like, oh, he's sleeping. Oh, no. Like, his chance of survival.
So Calder speaks up to the other last librarian like, You can shout that word anytime you want. We're gonna shut it down, so you're better just off just speaking to us.
Okay.
So you're gonna get the big dead.
Yeah.
Who was
so
Critus?
it's Phantom's turn. We're now in round 2.
Okay, I just repeat what fucking Calder says. I'm like, I got my crossbow pointed at the librarian, but I'm like, I'm not gonna shoot. You can't say what that word is to get that construct going because I have 2 guys that'll just make it stop. So
Okay.
either speak or die.
So he just puts up his hands.
And I'm like, even if you scream, I'll slit your throat.
He's just nodding his head.
Okay, I'm like, I tell him to come out towards our Uther will follow him and bring him up to Aldrich. Yeah.
So while this is happening, the door that other voice left through,
It's
down here, it's shut. Can we take a bookshelf and push it in front of that fucking door? I don't think we want that motherfucker walking.
Okay, so I tell Calder tells Aldrich.
There's no other exits out of this?
Oh, correct.
Yeah, okay.
So I tell Aldrich and Baldwin to kind of move a shelf against the door.
All right. It's going to take about 6 rounds to empty all the stuff off it to make it light enough to move. These shelves are super heavy.
Well, I just tell him to guard the door then. Yeah. You two just guard the door.
Okay.
And Baldwin, you just are on alert if he yells out the word to move the construct, just to be ready to shout it.
You sort of want to take the construct apart and check out that black.
So Calder just walks up. Phantom goes around to the back of the library behind him, and then Calder will start speaking.
All right.
And I basically say, we heard you before, even before you knew that we were there. About Toth, is it? Thoth. What are you doing down here?
Since there are 7 secret names of Thoth, and they can activate certain statues or relics, and we've been sent to look for possible names in this library. So we're supposed to spend a day here.
How many have you found?
None. We just started.
Who are you working for?
Isocritus and Garalad.
Who are they?
Yeah.
So Garalad is a druid, and Isocritus is a wizard.
And why do they want these names? What's their goal?
Well, they control all the baboons on this level, and they want to expand down into the 3rd level. Okay, he says the giant baboons with the 4 arms are terrifying.
So you say the 3rd level is the city that we came from, right? Is that what's the 3rd level?
3rd level down, Arden Vul. This is the 2nd level.
So what's in the 3rd level? Why does he want that so much?
To expand, they don't share their plans. Garalad's the one who's ultimately in charge. He's a druid, but he's not a normal druid. I've never seen a druid act like that. What kind of druid lives in a dungeon?
Do you think he's being possessed by the other one? Or influenced by the other one?
I don't think so.
Did you know?
Take orders from Garalad.
Isocritus is the druid, right?
No, he's
Garalad.
Did you know Garalad before?
Did I know Garalad before? She says, no. She says, I was... Says,
sort of too.
The 4 of us were bought from the Temple of Set. We were...
So you're just hired help.
We were just hired help.
Oh, sorry.
Who else? What's beyond this door that my 2 guys are guarding? What's beyond this?
He says, well, there's an directly south of here. There's a number of rooms with some undead that we don't go down. There's a little bit south and then west, there's a portcullis. Behind it are a lot of undead. And if you open that portcullis, it would probably kill a lot of the albino baboons but it might kill you too. Okay, keep it.
We can make this our home base here.
First, if we open it and then walk off, just see if the undead.
Like come back here and watch the chaos run.
Well, that's or just get
Open
ready
it
to
and then turn on the statue.
Well, we can finish cleaning off this shelf and just put it up against the wall and just hear all the bloody screaming happening. Maybe throw this guy out in the middle. I mean, I'm just joking.
I cannot believe you guys found this secret. It is stunning to me.
So
It is changing everything that's going on this level.
what are the value of these books in here?
Well, he says the Garalad, when he captured people, he takes them to the judgment hall and he tortures them and he chains them up there. And in that room is a great big ruby throne that he claims has been made out of the blood of Thoth. And somehow he's talking about secret names of Thoth. It will give out rubies of immense value.
Where are these statues located? Are they all through the mountain, or are they outside?
He's confused.
Yeah,
What's
talking about
statue? He says the secret names of Thoth. Thoth is
I thought you said
old Arcantian god.
yeah, but you said 7 names. Is that
The
for,
seven secret names of Thoth.
you said about statues, right?
Oh, it activates statues.
Yeah.
It can activate statues.
Yeah. So where are these statues?
He says that throughout Arden Vul, through all the
Are these the
realms.
statues? Are there 3 of them that we may have found?
I don't think so.
Well, we can find out. We can find some
why do
secret
you think?
names.
Why do you think that?
I think
made
one of
was-
them's in the room with us right now.
I don't think that would construct would be one of them. But it makes me wonder why the wizard was so
Excited.
possibly.
Okay.
We could if we find these names, we can actually maybe activate one of them.
So right now, though, the question is, how hard is it for us to quickly get to where the portcullis is, open it, and then like jam it open with a
So I
Titan or
paused
something.
before. I'm like, how far is this portcullis? Would you say?
yeah? You need to tell us where it is, because what I'm thinking is that we open it, flood this with undead, let them fight and kill the baboons, and then we'll take as many expensive books as we can find in here, and then we'll go back up to the top and just let the shit fly, and then come back later and see who's alive maybe a couple days from now.
Do you want to destroy the portcullis?
Well, that's what I mean.
So
Like,
they can't close it.
like bring it up
Yeah,
and then like jam the mechanism somehow so that they can't close it.
yeah.
And when we leave, do we activate that construct? Turn it off?
I don't think so.
No, because you know it's the word anyway.
Because we'll let it. What I'm thinking is that the undead will start to wander through, and then the baboons and the undead will start to fight, and then we can come and clean up after. So how far do you think that the portcullis is from here?
Well, he says the portcullis. He says there is a so here's the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go 20 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're in a 30 by 30 room,
Yeah.
and it has exits east, west, and south. He says if you go west, and he goes roughly 50 feet, you get into another room, and on the end of it is the portcullis.
Ooh, that's not far at all.
It says, however, it says there are other rooms, and it says we came from the east. That's where he led us, and there are baboons everywhere.
When's your boss supposed to be coming back? When do you
He's
expect?
not. We're supposed to go to see him near dinner time.
We have free roam.
Yeah, free roam till dinner time.
So let's murder this guy. He's done enough talking. I can slice his throat.
Who serves evil?
Yeah.
Mash.
So Phantom comes up behind him as he's speaking to Calder and slices
right.
the throat.
Down he goes.
Got a lot of information from him, so he did his job.
He served his purpose.
So
The librarian gave a lot of information. Then
quickly while we're in here,
yes.
do you want to do the thing?
Let's see if we can get that spear.
The spear seems interesting that the statue's hanging on to.
Oh shit!
Okay. Yes, just going up and looking at it, it gleams more than a normal spear does.
Okay,
It
so
is obviously magical.
Aldrich will prepare a heal spell ready to go, and Baldwin will have his bastard sword one-handed and get his shield ready two-handed to help guard any sort of crazy attack. While Uther's going to try to pry the spear out, right? Is that what we'll do?
Okay, so it's grasped in both hands
And it won't let go?
and it's in there tightly. You think, does anyone have like a blunt weapon?
We brought a sledgehammer.
I have a piercing axe.
Okay,
Oh, sledgehammer.
the sledgehammer, you think, Cross could give a good whack at it.
Here we go, Cross. You're going to break these fucking hands apart.
All right. And enough to
Get up here, knuckle.
break some of the fingers, the stone fingers, to pry it loose. Think.
Take a swing there, Chris.
So, yeah, with a 17 strength. So he can break the
Yeah, I have
hands apart to
17
slide the
strength,
statue up? The spear?
He thinks he can.
All right.
Tell him to swing away.
And this is when we lose our retainer.
Okay.
At least send it us.
Let's,
I say that to myself.
let's go back to this.
Bye, librarian. See you later.
Okay. Well, we'll put Cross in there. Where are you guys arranged here? So Aldrich, you right here,
Yeah.
and
Sword
Uther
shield ready.
here.
Yep.
Anyone else close by?
Baldwin's there too. Sword shield ready.
Right there.
Yep.
Anyone else want to move somewhere else in the room?
Or
Well, Calder's going to hide between those two bookcases over there to the left there.
maybe
Yeah.
where the original
Phantom's going to hide behind the one bookcase in the back there,
where the original
behind Calder.
my
There you
wizard
go.
guy's still back there. He hasn't left. He cast sleep and then he sort of went to sleep himself.
That guy's
Yes.
dead, so
That could be Cross though.
he's still bleeding out.
Yeah. Okay. So Merlin, you staying there?
Might even go through the
Okay.
door and close it.
So, two fighters and a clerk gonna.
So
and
we
Cross.
can't strength pull it out with, like, two of us can't grab it and pull it out of its hand.
Well, you attempt to do so, and you're unsuccessful.
It doesn't budge.
Doesn't budge. You're pretty sure you have to break some of the fingers, if not all of them.
And, I have a feeling that it's going to perceive him swinging the sledgehammer as an attack and attack him.
Can't we just check?
Cross says, he looks at you and he's looking just slightly above your head as he says,
I say let him do it, and you guys just back away from it.
I want to let him die.
1 silver piece per day.
No, I feel bad for him.
Phantom yells that out. It's okay. He wants to prove himself. Let him prove himself. That's just my chaoticness.
okay, I gotta.
Calder peeks around. He's like, yeah, prove himself.
This guy is going to be, that's
Now-
Cross.
This really looks like us.
All right, so he swings the sledgehammer into the
Yeah.
hand.
Let him
We
swing.
give him, we're like, green light,
Okay.
The guy who can't see straight is trying to hit the fingers with his
rings it off the shield. Ding.
He whacks the fucking cleric.
So he gets a really wide stance, and he just kind of flexes his muscles, and he hefts the sledgehammer, and he goes, "You guys ready? Because we're gonna go. We're gonna go." And then he swings it down right on the hands, and you hear this loud ring, and he's like, "Hee!" And the thing bursts to life, and he
I quickly shout, stop.
Cross backs up. Okay, everyone, initiative.
Oh, so,
Roll.
so we can't stop it?
The word
No. No, you yell out the words, and it does.
You know what would have been
not.
funny? If, like, as he was Cross was about to swing, his eyes literally go back to normal for a split second.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Look at that. I just rolled
Nice.
I rolled a 3 for the initiative for
Yeah,
Construct.
so did I.
Okay, Phantom.
He
Yeah,
rolled
2 characters.
He rolled an 8. Calder rolled a 9.
Okay, hang on. Calder a 9. Merlin.
Merlin's a 3 and Uther is a 6.
Okay, Baldwin.
Both my characters got 11.
Oh,
It's really tight.
Can I?
okay.
Oh yeah, you added up to, right?
What's that?
And can you tell me what Maggie's glamour is? I have it.
Magi's Glamour?
Yeah, Magi's glamour. I picked it, but I don't remember why.
Do we add anything to our
No.
initiative roll?
Your dex
Your
bonus.
dex.
Oh,
Yeah.
In that case, I'm 1 higher on each. So 7 and a 4.
What do you have? Magi's.
Magi's glamour. GLA.
Oh, this is looking at wizard spells. And I
Yeah,
don't see
illusion,
it.
sorry.
Defender illusion.
I'll print off my spell list on Monday.
Oh, this thing, like I said, it so needs cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Baldwin.
Like, all it does is grant an object a false magic aura, so it makes you can make mundane shit look normal.
I should have done that with the fucking statue.
Baldwin, you're up.
That's what I was trying to.
Baldwin's up.
Sure.
Ooh, that sucks. 13 hit.
It does not. Aldrich, you're up.
Aldrich is up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got a large base, so let's see what he can do. 17 hit.
No, it glances off and fits it.
We are fucked.
We are.
Runaway.
Calder.
I see the 2 strikes, especially the one that was confident in hitting him, and I'm like, fuck. So I asked the guys, I'm like, where do you want me to run to? Back to the door we came from, or the door out to the where an unknown? I'm asking you before I move because I don't have anything to track this guy with.
Then, do we get the sense that we have to hit this thing with a magic item?
No.
Do
we get the sense that we're fucked?
Should we run away up the stairs? Should we just fucking run?
Yeah. Okay, so I go outside the door where we came from.
Okay.
I try yelling the word again, halt, just because I don't know.
Okay.
And see if it.
So, Cutter, you're actually going to not just take your 30, but you're going 60?
Yeah, I'll dash out. Bye, guys.
I think we should run.
Okay, Phantom.
When a 17 doesn't hit, we need to get.
We're outclassed.
Yeah.
Phantom. Running?
Yep.
Grab books on the way out.
Oh, yeah. Do I go back out and grab books?
Just grab random books while you're
grab a whole
running.
bunch of books. Calder did too, so.
Yeah. Uther? Let's take a swing while you're there.
I don't think my swing's gonna hit. I just have a feeling my rolling is
Or, never know, maybe we're rolling that 20.
or a 10. So that would be a 3
That's
or a 13. So that's gonna be a miss.
weakness. Merlin.
Merlin's running. He's grabbing books and running.
Okay, construct time.
Yeah, way to keep me in there, jackasses.
All right, so
Yeah, maybe you should run.
Yeah.
What's your armor?
1, 2, Aldrich, 3, 4, Baldwin, 5, 6, Uther. Okay, Baldwin. All right, it's going to attack you. Go.
With a magical spear that we tried to steal.
Does an 18 hit?
Just because I will have something to do.
Okay,
Could
here we
have
go.
just left it alone and just.
Yeah, I guess we could have agreed.
Okay, So it stabs you right in the hip, goes through your armor, and you take 9 points of damage.
Oh. You think after 6-7 years of playing,
We know
we
better.
just know not to touch things?
Every game we play, we
Okay.
We had it all
It's
night
top of the order.
situated on the
Baldwin, what are you going to do?
scream and run.
Yeah, I'm out. Peace out. We're gonna book it. Full speed out.
Book it. We're in a library.
grab some books. As you're running toward him, like grab some books.
Yeah.
And don't get blood on them.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get out. Okay.
Upstairs. Let's haul.
All right. So everyone goes before because it went
Okay.
last.
Yeah.
So
It's super hard to hit. Damn it!
so as we
You
leave,
know what we should? We did this out of order. We should have opened the portcullis to let the shit fly.
that's
Then
what I
try
thought
to
we
get-
were doing. I was going to search the room.
We did this wrong
I was going to search the room for the books.
because
And
now they're gonna know we were here. 'Cause, like,
yeah, I think 4 dead librarians was a clue too.
Yeah. And this thing. Now I'm guessing this thing won't fit up the stairs.
No.
Okay, so we just.
but
got
they did say it was only if it's in the room, like I remember from earlier. So
It
does it?
eventually gets there. You shut the door,
Oh, does it stop
and it stops
at the door?
at the door, and then you guys are listening, and you can hear the heavy thud of steps as it walks away.
Oh, maybe we could go back in and see if it.
What happens if we peek back in the door? Does it start to move,
Okay.
or is it turned off?
You peek back in the door, and it just stands there.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so
Yeah, let's go back in.
Sucker again.
So,
And you get right up there, and he goes, "What?"
so
we have the word. So
Yeah,
I think it's only
just to
in
avoid a
theory.
lot of trouble,
Mhm.
Aldrich is going to cast heal on Baldwin.
All right.
Calder goes into the room. Just okay, you go here. Put us on.
Okay. Okay.
And does it?
Okay.
Does it start
It
moving?
stays there.
All right.
Cock.
Okay.
So crosses.
Yeah,
Don't
do we even
don't
bring
do that
Cross
shit
with
again,
us?
buddy.
We just leave.
Phantom just puts my hand right across cross. I'm like, down.
Yeah, don't do that.
Knock it out. You try to prove. You already proved yourself. You're good.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Put the no. Someone take the sledgehammer away from him.
He looks over at and Baldwin and says, "He whacked you good, didn't he? That looks like it fucking hurt.
Yeah, it was not good.
That would have took me down."
Good thing you got a cleric. Okay,
So original plan.
yeah, so so when we get there, we got to raise the portcullis and then jam, like we're gonna have to pound spikes into it so that they can't close it, and then we're gonna have to run out of here.
Yeah, I've got 5 pecans.
Okay, perfect. That is the mission.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You're not going to search through anything. You're just
I think we'll search after we come back.
Yeah.
You think we shouldn't search first in case we're running for our lives?
Well, we do have time though.
Okay, let's quickly
Let's go through
do
the. Yeah,
we'll
we'll go
take
through
a
it.
turn and
Yeah.
search.
person. Yeah,
Take a couple. Yeah,
six-person
take a couple
search
turns searching.
for what looks the most interesting.
Anything that has
Okay.
names.
So, here's what you turn up:
Let me-
pair of keys,
Hold on.
There you go.
Okay.
right? And put beside it
AB something.
3-177.
Fucking numbers.
Yeah, for the 3rd floor, room 177.
Yeah. And Ankh key, ANKH key.
These were hidden in the books, or these were?
They're yeah, just hidden, like
Yeah.
wrote it. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay. You find a chest that has a bunch of wands in it. One is a wand of detect evil.
Okay. Detect evil. Okay.
It's 20 charges.
Damn.
A wand of magi missiles.
Ooh shit!
27 charges.
Reload. Hook the wizards up.
27. Shit. Okay.
Periapt of proof against poison. And these are all labeled. That's how you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, librarians do this
A
shit.
little wooden chest with all this shit labeled in it. Awesome.
Yeah, that's because, librarians are good this way.
Peter Eisbach, thank you.
Okay, exactly. A scroll of Soundstorm. That's a cleric scroll.
Ooh. What level is that scroll?
1.
Ooh. Ooh.
A scroll of Shock. That's a wizard scroll.
Level 1.
Yep. Scroll of Identify. Another wizard scroll.
Okay.
A scroll of Invisible Cloak of the Undead. Cleric scroll. Level 1.
Scroll of Invisible Dead.
Visible to the Undead, yeah. Invisible Cloak of the Undead, if you're looking it up in the player's handbook.
Okay.
A See Invisible Scroll, Illusionist. A Ventriloquism Scroll, Illusionist. And the most exciting thing of all, a potion that has this just gray gas swirling around in it. It says Potion of Gaseous Form.
Ooh.
And what you know
How we get this big?
is that it lasts for an hour. And when consumed, you can move 30 feet per round. You can go through cracks. You can't go through solid objects, but you can get through any kind of crack or tiny hole.
If you were holding the spear while you drank it, would the spear become gaseous?
Everything on your body turns into gas and becomes. You cannot attack.
No,
That's
if you
how
were
we
to
get the
hold
spear.
that guy's spear and pretend it was on our body when we drank it,
You grasp it, drink it.
Well,
Then does that-
he can't imbibe it. He won't be able to put it in.
no, we're talking us holding his spear and imbibing it, and then pretending it was like our spear, and then
Yeah, no.
it becomes gaseous. Yeah. We thought we had a workaround there. Let's hit him again.
Do we find any book? Calder's still going through a lot of the books, and is he finding any names that are popping off the pages at all?
No, nothing yet. Do you want to spend more time searching, or do you want to do something different?
Calder still wants to search.
So it's 2 rounds of searching.
Yeah.
While we're 2 rounds of searching, Baldric will wait by the door. And guard the door. In fact, I'll peek into the hallway just to see if I see anything coming.
So, Wizard, you got the Shock spell and Identify. Cleric, you got the Invisible Undead. And Soundstorm. I wonder if the Scroll of Shock will take down this.
Or I wonder if the Soundstorm will,
Rumble.
Probably cause everything to collapse on us.
Probably. I think so.
Nothing's working.
Who has the wand of magic missiles?
Can anybody use that one? I think it's me or you. Whatever you don't take, I'll take whatever you want. What don't take. So you would either take Detect Evil or Magic Missiles.
Well, the Detect Evil, I think, is a cleric, right?
For the cleric one?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, your cleric's loading up. Holy shit.
Got 2 scrolls and a.
Proof against poison. Calder will take that then. I'll take the proof of poison. You want to take the mage missile?
Sure.
Okay. And then
I hate to say this.
the assassin will take the gaseous form. Potion.
I hate to use it this way, but we could lure the fucking statue over where he can't come in, and you could just stand back and magic missile him from the stairs. to blew them to pieces and we picked the statue out.
Yeah.
Except we
Yeah, 27 charges.
We burned the fucking wand, but 27 charges times 40 plus 1 is going to chew into them.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless I'm rolling the attack rolls. One.
Yeah, the assassin will take the gaseous form. And then, yeah, you guys got your scrolls there. So I got See Invisible and Ventriloquism.
What the fuck?
Now I can put on my show. And gonna get entertainment tonight.
What's going on?
Fog's not disappearing.
Fogs. Got the scissors. Clicked on the scissors. Click the eye. There you go. And that maybe shows you more than you want.
Yeah.
Okay, my glasses aren't on, so I can't see it.
That's one thing that I like about using the battle maps. You know what I mean? Is that you don't have to fog shit because it, as nice as it is sort of a pain in the ass.
There we go. So you peek through.
Yeah. Is anybody coming?
No one, but you can just quickly see there's the portcullis is actually right there. The guy was incorrect. The way he described it is further to the
He
west.
fucking lied to us.
So-
He deserved to die.
So the undead are beyond that.
That's what he says.
And
So
the
we roll-
baboons are beyond that. The other way, like
The baboons are
Is that door open?
east.
To the east?
The door to the south is open. The door to the west, there's
I'd say we open the door to the west
we open
Because
both.
and then open up the portcullis and go back into that room.
the only problem we have is that once we start pounding fucking spikes, it's going to get loud.
Yeah, so you should probably do it. I'll be back in the library.
Yeah. Well, how else could we wreck the portcullis? Like we want it up and so they can't close it. Like we raise it up and then we wreck the mechanism.
Yeah.
Like we just take the mechanism and just fucking hit it with a sledgehammer so it breaks.
If that would lock it.
Right? And then if you
Oh, we
can't
really have-
turn the mechanism to close it, it should be able to lock
Yeah.
it in place.
you
Okay.
see a lever.
Well, then we
right
just
here.
we'll pull it up and then we'll hit the sledgehammer till it bends the fucking lever till it can't
Yeah.
be like we'll just bend it
Just
against
jam
the
it right,
wall.
jam it right into the fucking wall.
Yeah, and then you can't move it.
Do you want to try to sneak forward to look down the corridors?
See if anything's down there.
You want to do that or no? Or does someone else want to?
Are we still searching right now?
No, I think Calder and anybody else want to stay in the room while you guys do this? Because we don't need everybody out there.
Like the wizard.
Wizard and Collusionists don't need to be out
Yeah,
there.
they can stay in there.
Phantom can just stay in there. Cross can still be in there with us. You guys can go out. The heavy hitters can go out.
So pull the portcullis up, bend the fucking thing, and then we got a book.
So I say Calder, Phantom, and the Wizard will go to where the door we came in, just in case that thing comes back alive and we can't stop it with the voice, with the word.
So Calder, Phantom,
And the Merlin. We kind of go near the door so it's easy for us to escape. And then the heavy hitters
cross.
We could send Cross with the heavy hitters.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll send Cross with the heavy
Poor
hitters
bastard.
as a human sacrifice.
Okay.
Cross will love you, man.
So we just pull the portcullis up.
Well, I say you open the door to the west, so that it's going. We're all
So they
going.
just flood everywhere. Okay. So is the door to the west closed?
Across from the portcullis.
Yeah, I think we got to get the portcullis locked in place before we open the door because I don't want to be fighting baboons while I'm
Right. We open
trying to
the
open the
door.
door.
Yeah.
The portcullis.
I have learned the order of things is important.
Okay,
And we still fit that.
just from
But there's a shiny diamond in it. Fuck the portcullis.
Baldwin to say that he thinks that the corridor to the east, there's no door, that is just an open corridor.
Okay.
The door to the south is open. You can see it going down, you think at least 30 feet, and then goes to what would be it goes to the east. The portcullis, you'd actually have to come out of the corridor to have a look. Because just the way of the bars is just, you just can't get an easy look
I
down.
do probably a little bit about those M's and corners.
Oh, so those M's,
Letter M's.
you notice they're mirrors,
Oh,
large mirrors, and they're dusty, got filth. Some of it smells like urine, and some has feces on it. So it looks like baboons have come and tried to deface them,
That shit on them.
and they shit on and pissed on them. Strangely, they're not broken for some reason.
So they can't be broken because they would have tried to break them first.
Yeah.
All right. So what I think too is with the handle.
I'm not there, so I can't say anything.
I think we want to break the fucking handle right off, so that they can't bend it back. Nothing. Like we just want to fucking basically bust it right off.
Cross, he comes and looks at you, and he's just looking. He looks like he's talking directly to your right ear. He says, "I can do that."
This is fucking. This is uncomfortable.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, this guy's helpful. I appreciate his
desire to help.
yeah, his desire to help is he's going to get employee of the month when we get back to the broken head.
Or
I've never had so much money. 1 silver a day. God,
It's only the beginning, buddy. It's only the beginning.
There's gold.
So is there anything else we want to do before we spring this shit?
I'm not there. It's up to you guys because I'm not
What do
there.
you think, man?
We've searched the books, the library. Apparently, we didn't find anything. We found a whole shitload of other things.
Calder's still kind of reading the books in the back area. So
Yeah, you guys, while we're doing this, take another turn to search. So the other group will search while we're doing this.
And Phantom's just keeping an eye on the construct. Just in case.
Secret doors, secret, stone panels in the floor.
Yeah.
A place you might put a vorpal sword.
I'd say search closest to the construct because he'd be more likely to be protecting something there.
I'll wait till you guys get back for that.
you do find a tome that talks about Thoth. You would have to read it, and it'll take many, many, many hours.
Okay.
It's thick, but you suspect you might get something.
Calder starts reading it.
We'll bag it anyway.
Yeah.
I'll start reading until we come back.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, the four of us, we are going to run in. We're going to pull that portcullis so that it goes up, and then we are going to reef that fucking handle, all of us,
Snap it up.
and just try to break it the fuck off. And we got a decent pile of strength between all of us.
So Dave, as he's doing that, I basically say I tell Merlin, find any book that mentions Thoth and just put it in a pile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in the backpack.
All right.
Probably would have got a bag of holding.
So you guys do that. Okay. Nothing is happening when you come through there. So you because you're on the left, you can look directly down there. This is what you see.
So there's a
You
chamber
see some
beyond.
doors. There's a couple chambers. There's a door straight down here. You can see in an angle. There's a door here. You can come around down this way, and you see there's a door there.
So he said that there's undead beyond that.
Somewhere along here, he
also
told
said
you.
that thing was a long ways away too.
It's undead.
So,
Yeah,
he might not have
But-
known what he was talking about.
exactly. Possibly, or he lied. Possibly, or that's what he thought. And the portcullis has been down, and you can tell it's rusted. It has not been opened in a long time. You guys ready to fucking open it?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
Like we're gonna open and fuck off, or we're gonna explore.
I guess we can see if anything's happening.
I was expecting like ruined halls filled with zombies and skeletons, and we're just going to start wandering through. This is not as advertised.
No.
I go back and smash his fucking dead head a couple more times.
Okay. You guys, you pull the lever and it's not working. And so the three of you put your backs into it and help lift it up, but it does come up with a loud screech. It is open.
Okay, so the mechanism doesn't work.
It's been rusted through. Yeah.
So we have to take a spike and drive it, like use a sledgehammer to pound this in if we want it to stay.
So Cross pulls out a sledgehammer and he just starts hammering it and it starts bending this way. Eventually it snaps right off.
So
So 3 swings, loud, clanging swings.
it is open.
Portcullis is
Locked
up,
open.
locked upwards.
I think that's going to draw some attention. I think we should
seen
fall back.
baboons?
Open the. I can't hear anything. Sorry.
Hear any baboons?
You can hear some hooting.
Okay, let's fall back.
Yep.
We're going to fall back to the stairs and shut the door.
To the
library.
The library. Move a shelf behind it. We already got it emptied, so you just got to move it.
So that's going to fucking bring some attention.
All right. So you shut that door. Are you guys getting out of here too?
I think we just bar the door.
Do we start making our way up the stairs?
Hooting is starting to get louder.
We start making our way up the stairs.
Yeah.
Lots of hooting.
Can we
Have I got a good collection of books of
block
You only
door that
found
we're
the one.
going in, like with the spikes?
even when they're still
Let's
Yeah.
that's
we'll just
it.
spike
Okay, we're gonna spike the secret door too, so that it's hard for them to follow us.
Okay.
in case they want to get through
Really
it.
quietly.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Like lightly tap.
And then we get hauling up the stairs with all our treasures.
Okay. So you're going up the stairs?
I think we should.
You're not going to wait to hear.
I say we go
What
up
happens?
halfway just to see. That's the stairway's not that big. I mean, they'll come one by one. So
Yeah, they do have 4 arms.
If 4-arm ones come, we're probably fucked.
that's if they're coming down the library way, because they wouldn't know to come down that way. And the construct will come over. No, the construct didn't come over. Oh, as we
Yeah.
leave, I unleash. Calder calls out the word to kind of unleash the construct. Just for anything that comes in, it basically will release itself.
Okay, undead constructs start killing
Yeah,
it.
exactly. As we leave, I'm like, unhalt or whatever it is.
So we'll go up like 20 feet up
I say go 40
and
feet.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 feet. So we'll go up a quarter of the way and listen and see if we hear anything.
Okay. So you can hear, as you are going, you stopped tapping the spikes into the secret door. You can hear the hooting of many baboons getting louder and louder. And then you can hear the door slams open and it gets even louder. And then there's a horrible screech. And then another horrible screech, the baboon sounding screech. And then there is all the screeching and it's disappearing. And you hear a very deep voice and it calls for Isocritus. You can hear it just faintly. Isocritus. Isocritus. Stop the statue. Isocritus. Okay. You're 40 feet up. You can still hear this. It just the sound.
Good work.
The sound just comes up.
Speaking baboon.
There's one of the baboons
One of them
is
is
smart.
speaking,
So I wonder if the 4-armed ones are smart.
but doesn't know how to say the word to make it stop.
Yeah.
But they're
And
obviously working for.
And the statue
Right.
killed some of them.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's just no more. You hear some more hooting again, and then you can hear a male voice, a human voice. Can't really make out what it's saying unless you want to get closer to the secret door.
No, we're fine.
No.
No. Great risk comes great reward, gentlemen.
Yes, we tried the
The only
great risk
shitty
thing
thing
with the
is
spear.
they're going to be on high alert now, right?
Yeah.
Because they know somebody's killed a bunch of their people, set off some shit.
Well, they could say the baboons went in there and killed people.
Yeah,
Let's cover that up.
I don't know how this is going to look from their side.
Yeah.
And then I guess we're waiting to see if the undead emerge.
Yeah.
Does that start? Do we hear any fuckery coming in?
You don't hear any more screams from the baboons, but it does go quiet after about 10 minutes.
Phantom will go down. And I'll basically go down and just go near the door. Just
All right.
here.
Make your wisdom check.
15.
Okay. You don't hear any sound coming from behind the door. You don't hear baboons sound anymore.
So I come back to the party and like, it's dead quiet. Get it? Yeah, but I don't like. I was down there for a while to make sure if I heard it, and then I'm like, there's nothing.
Merlin can go down. He's got a +3 to listening. I don't know if you hear any better. It's not a prime.
Like, if you guys want to come down and just take a gander, just
A listen.
All right. Go ahead. Make a roll.
that one.
17 +3, so 20
You think you can hear the
plus
faint
1.
sound of screaming baboons, gibbering in fear, faintly.
Especially down the hallway.
See, the thing is that statue can't go follow them, so as soon as they leave the room, they're fine.
Yeah, so that means they're obviously.
Maybe the
So a bunch rushed in, and then it killed them. And maybe they're waiting for that isocritus to show up to turn it off. I don't think we want to be around when that motherfucker
But
shows up.
obviously something else is happening if there's a faint screaming.
Oh, maybe the undead are killing.
Or there's a war happening right now.
You hear screaming.
Cool.
Faint.
Should we peek
Yeah,
in the room?
yeah, we peek. Of course we do. We
Okay,
peek.
we're gonna peek.
We're the party
Okay,
peekers.
so Cross is going to pull out the spikes. So he pulls out the spikes and gives them back. Okay, who's going in?
Oh,
Nobody's going in.
Okay, who's peeking?
Phantom will peek.
Okay, you just
I literally just like put my head.
okay. So you just nudge the door open slightly, and you just quick. You can see 2 more bodies of these large albino white baboons lying near the entrance.
Moving.
They are not moving, and they
Construct
have some
is-
large holes in them.
Construct is back in its spot.
Back in its spot, sitting or standing, it's quite
Do I
still.
see anything down the doorway?
Is this a good time for See Invisible?
Good call.
Who's got?
That's
We have-
me. That's me. Let's see. Calder does. Yeah, I'll use the scroll. See invisibility.
Okay, you cast the spell.
How long does that last?
5 seconds.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
long enough to explore. a
Yeah,
little bit.
long enough to explore down here. So you look all around this room.
Calder calls out the word to halt the construct again.
Okay,
Just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah.
so you. Good thing you did that. So you go in and you're looking, peeking around bookshelves. There's nothing in this room.
Which is using invisibility.
Yeah, even if you see invisibility, you don't see anything. The construct stands still.
So Calder kind of waves everyone in.
Okay, so everyone comes in.
We're in.
He search the baboons. Maybe
Well,
they smelled
well,
something valuable.
naked and smell it.
The fact that one of them was speaking, or if we think that's one of them speaking.
These are 2-armed baboons.
These are 2-armed.
Albinos.
So, okay. So, Calder, you're going to come forward. You're going to open this door.
I'm not going that far. Not that fucking crazy. Phantom will go up there and peek.
And peek.
And Phantom called Baldwin over just to protect me.
Yep. Okay.
What's that start?
Oh, that's the construct. If certain things happen, it's over on that side, but I'm moving over here. Okay. So, you can do a little listen?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds of fighting and and screams of terror is definitely going on, but you think it's coming from the east.
Which is where the portcullis was?
No, the portcullis is west.
Oh, east.
Oh, so something went down there.
So something
So the undead went down the
came out of
bamboo
here
way.
and went down this way.
Oh boy.
This is kind of what we expect.
That's what we wanted. Interesting.
I can't believe you guys did this. This changes the whole power structure of this.
Phantom looks out into this hallway here. Does he see anything moving around at all?
So you're going to open the door?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you peek through the door. You see the bodies of 3 albino white baboons. There's blood everywhere. They've been ripped apart and gnawed on.
Like the bigger ones? Like the bigger baboons?
So they're the
These are
white.
2-armed?
They're 5 to 6 feet
Yeah.
tall.
And they're being taken
They're
down by the...
Zombies. That is
And you see the body of what you are pretty sure is a ghoul that's been ripped and rent apart.
So the baboons ripped apart a ghoul,
And then he just
But
got
then
overrun by...
but then the ghouls have overrun them and ripped some of them apart.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you can see from there, right in the middle.
But I don't hear...
There's blood everywhere.
But I just... Scared the shit out of me. I just hear screaming coming from the
You're
east.
still screaming and the sound of feet running.
So are we assuming that
The west is
ghoul-
open.
the west is open, that all the ghouls have run for flesh and we can check the tombs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame we can't close that portcullis.
Yeah.
Wonder what those mirrors do.
Because that's where that's where the librarian said where they came.
Yeah, I think.
Wait a minute. Librarian said they came from the east, but where the ghouls come from.
He said there's undead to the east.
So the
But he
thing
said
is-
that's where they came from, though. That's where they walked from.
No, sorry. He said the undead came from the west. My bad. The undead came from the west, behind the west of the portcullis.
Okay.
That's why they left
So-
it down.
Gotcha.
the thing
Right.
is, we have 2 options.
Yeah.
We follow the sound of the battle and we watch what's happening with the battle, right?
Or we go to the...
Or we go
the west.
try to see if the tombs emptied out, and if they are emptied out, do we try to loot them before
Yeah.
we fuck off?
Through that. Let's go to the west.
Because the trick here is how much do we press our luck down here?
Yeah.
We're level 1. We're fucking 300 feet underground.
Yeah.
Like
I
think
say
we're-
we kind of
And
clear...
they keep saying you guys have fucked up this level.
I say we clear a little bit of the west, see how far, and then we move our way back up.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move our group into room 17 there,
And get into our...
and we're gonna check those doors.
Yeah.
Are they open now?
Fighters and clerics, take your order of
Yeah.
going first in the room.
Okay. Yes, they are open.
So the ghouls open them. What do we see inside them if we shine our torch in there?
Who am I missing? I'm missing someone.
Calder. Don't pull this in. You
Oh.
got 6.
There we go. Okay. So,
I say Baldwin, you stay... Baldwin, are you the cleric or fighter?
Baldwin's the fighter.
I say Baldwin, you stay in the middle of this hallway, kind of to the side to kind of watch.
That door's open too.
actually, no. Shit, how do I undo that?
Don't worry, we'll forget about
We
it.
don't see the big
There we go.
star.
Another big sacrificial chamber there.
Yes,
Whatever.
not at all.
Phantom's going to be...
Oh,
Okay, those ghouls
God.
are not there.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I was like, son, you said this was clear. Son of a- And
Yeah.
they're just rooms. There's nothing
So
those
in
rooms?
this room here that you're in,
To the north?
um,
Or south?
Like 17.
Oh, yeah, 17. Yeah, sure.
in the center of the room is a small carved ivory box, about 18 inches by 12 inches by 4 inches in size.
Just sitting in the middle of the room.
Yes.
Any traps on it?
Phantom will check.
I think we should bag that and check on it later. Just get bulk or
Traps? And you pick it up, roll us all up.
well,
Oh,
check for
you
traps.
rolled a 21.
So
And that's
okay,
a prime.
So you can. There are these demonic looking figures carved into it. You get a very unsettling feeling from this box. You can pick it up. It's not. I say that in the way that it's not secured to the ground.
Calder is going to read
Slip it
Arcane
back.
Crypt. He's going to cast that.
Bad mocha
See if he
job.
can read it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So around it, these runes appear that you couldn't see with the naked eye, and it says it's the Coffer of Zox. And you know, Zox is a god that is revered by necromancers and that kind of ilk. And you are pretty sure that this thing has something to do with trapping undead and releasing them. You don't know if it has any undead in it.
Sure as hell don't open it in.
Calder puts it in. He's like, this may come in handy for that morass.
Like throw it at somebody.
Morass.
Okay.
So you got a coffer.
Just write Coffer of Zox, ZOX, and write PDF
PDF.
page 6.
Coffer of Zox.
All right.
North?
Yeah, what do we see in the north room?
All right. The north room.
18.
Okay. This door was pried open, and yes, there you see some spikes from the inside that were keeping it shut, but something has been released and got in. Okay. You see two priest bodies resting against the wall. They look like they committed suicide. The chamber contains 3 rickety sets of wooden shelving. The floor is littered with broken glass and bits of colored flakes. 2 ivory wands have been snapped in half. One of them is wearing a ring. Another one has a scroll tucked into a pouch. The other one has a pouch of small garnets. There are 20 of them, worth a total of 100 gold pieces. And they are wearing orange silk robes with arcane sigils of thought embroidered on them. And you think you'd actually get money for them. They're worth 50 gold pieces each. It could be easily
How many were there?
2.
So we got ancient Bach priest robes that we can sell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the ring. So we got,
The
is
ring-
the ring magical or just worth money?
Yeah, scroll.
Well, we got a
You're unsure.
wizard has a scroll of identify.
Okay, so this is on, just so you write this down, this is on PDF 7, room 2-18. Or just write room 2-18, so that's,
Okay, priest room. So those 2 priests were in there,
Yeah.
and the door was
was spiked shut from the
inside of these. Interesting.
So they were trying to keep.
Whatever was in there, and they sacrificed themselves.
They committed suicide.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in the room. That what's on the shelves? Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
How did
So
they
we-
commit suicide?
Part of the
Wand.
wands that they busted, and you can tell there's
They just stabbed them. Interesting. No doors or anything from either of those rooms to go further in.
Like for check for secret doors in room 18.
Yeah.
All right, make the roll.
I can't laugh. I kept saying, look at him.
8.
Okay, you don't think there are any.
Okay. So we're gonna search the room below.
Good God. If there were that many in there, we'd all be dead.
Oh, we haven't gone in number 20 yet.
No.
We did.
The door's open.
Let's go
Here,
in.
let's see.
Okay, go in.
Go in, search, and then
Okay.
probably head back. Because I feel like we're pushing our luck.
I feel like we are pushing our luck. We got a ring.
So-
we got another scroll.
On the ground, here's what you see. After searching through a lot of trash. 2 crossbow bolts. And little wreaths of fire circle them.
Ooh.
Okay. A jade bracelet worth 25 gold pieces. A rough diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh, score.
There's a big one. There's payday.
Okay.
Just trying to hook us in now.
This is what you gotta love.
Keep staying. Keep looking.
I know.
But I gotta love it.
Do you feel like we're at the casino and they're
Gotta love about
trying to
these
get us to spend more money?
crawls. Is
Okay.
that door visible?
So this door's open. The door here is shut still.
I say we look at the open door. It's open. Obviously, someone came through that.
The door to the south in
Right
20.
here. Yeah.
Okay, what?
That one's open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
more
again.
ghouls.
Those are there.
Those are
They're not
gone.
there.
Ghouls, the ghoul horde running down the hallway is got to be massive.
Yeah.
Well, we know one of them is dead because we got ripped apart, but then
One.
yeah.
So let's hope there's a hell of a
What
lot of.
what does this room look like?
This was 20. 22.
All right. So originally, 3 large workbenches sat in the middle of the room, and wooden shelving filled with paraphernalia lined the walls. However, most of the glassware has been shattered, and a strange throne of sorts has been built out of the surviving table and scraps of wood. So the throne consists of a chair made of bone and wood, resting atop a desk, placed on top of a table. There are a bunch of bones lying all around it that have been gnawed at.
Like a ghoul king?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
The floor is covered with glass shards and other debris.
Just like the other room.
Okay. You find lying around the throne 6 copper daggers. Sorry, wrong one. Sorry, 6 silver daggers.
So we're there.
Something again.
A copper cork worth 25 gold pieces.
It's like a neck thing, right?
Yeah. A bronze circlet worth 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
612 ancient silver pennies, which are actually worth, they're heavier than normal silver. They're actually worth the equivalent of gold. So 612 ancient silver, which means 612 gold.
Load up cross.
Okay.
I think we stop and make our way back up.
A wand,
Keep going.
a scroll, an Ankh key,
Another Aki. That's number 2.
a book called The Deeds of Phagtro, which are Phagtro, the Westron, Westron, an amulet, four potions, 2 of which you recognize as healing potions. So you've seen those before. The other two, don't know.
We'll have to identify later.
Cross better than say.
Okay.
Exactly. So all this shit's just piled around his throne.
Yeah.
So it looks, if we had to guess, it's some sort of ghoul king
Yeah.
or something.
That's what you suspect from that one dead ghoul. And you can travel east to verify if you want.
I think Calder and Merlin are like,
We're pushing our luck.
we need to head back up, get rest, and come back down later the next day.
Well,
We gotta find a way to. We gotta figure out a way to put where all this treasure is going to go to.
okay, yeah. So I think we should book it because I sort of want to check what's down at the end of the hall. But,
I just want to come back down and see what the aftermath is after this.
well, if there's some sort of ghoul lord running around
Yeah.
here, he's not going to be easy to deal
No.
with. Like the baboons
Our
and
level 1 guys won't be able to do anything. Okay. Yeah, you might be right.
Do you want to open the door to the west?
anybody want to
peek in,
peek? Does
or no?
anybody want to peek?
I don't really want to peek.
Fucking Phantom wants to peek.
Okay,
God
let's
damn
just
it.
have a quick peek. Wait, first of all, Baldric and Baldwin and Aldrich. I mixed their names together. Are going to run back to where the portcullis is and just listen. Do
Stand
you
on
hear
guard.
anything
It's
coming?
not coming. Just still fighting, screaming.
So, like,
gurgling.
we can still hear the wave of chaos happening
Yes.
to the west.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a
you said
major
Major fight. Okay,
There's-
we got some time. We got plenty of time.
Baldwin comes back.
Fight's still on,
We're good.
gentlemen.
All right. Yeah, Phantom takes a peek in the door. Well, first listens at the door,
Okay.
and I bring in who's
Well, that's Merlin, but
Merlin. Come on over.
You think you hear a goat of all things?
Oh, Jesus.
Like you.
Like the goat I killed?
So as I'm waving over Merlin, I'm like,
And
guys,
some squeaking.
there's a
that
fucking
re-
goat in the next
that-
room.
which reminds you strangely of rats that you've dealt with in your days.
Like giant rats.
It does not loud, no, just like minor quiet.
So I
You gonna open the door?
peek the door open.
This is exciting.
It's exciting for
You,
him.
you do realize we weren't going back up. I was trying to push it, but
Well, we still got some time by the sounds of it.
yeah. Oh, it looks like that got worse. The flames all around it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you do see a goat
Okay, as I peek.
and a small, tiny rat.
Okay, so before I wave the party in, do I see what they're doing? Are they acting abnormally or weird?
Are they sacrificing?
Are they being sacrificed?
Well-
Are they tied up or anything?
Not like that, no. But this room has a summoning circle. You're a bit alarmed that these things generally don't turn out well.
So there's two big braziers on the far wall.
So I'm basically describing the room as you guys are behind me as I'm peeking my head in. I'm like, the rat and goat are there. There's a summoning circle. Are they acting
So the
weird? Are
walls
they?
are plastered and painted inky black, while the 30-foot ceiling is painted sky blue. A continual light spell shines from a point at the center of the ceiling. The floor is black marble, save for a white marble pentagram occupying the center of the room. A small ivory coffer, much like the one found in the other room, rests on the floor next to the pentagram.
Next to it, not in it.
Correct.
Is it open?
No.
The coffer open?
No.
Okay.
In the northwest corner, a set of 2-inch tall paving stones is arranged in a 6-foot diameter ring. Inset into the floor next to the ring is a rectangle, 48 inches long by 8 inches tall, and the rectangle is divided into 6 interior compartments, each 8 inches square.
What are the goat and rat doing?
And there is
I'm as confused as you are, man.
there are some colored tiles in the squares. There's a white one, a yellow one, a black one, a blue one, a green one, a red one, and a black one.
Is there any other way out of this room?
Do we see any other doors?
You don't see any other doors.
Where's the portals?
Did the goat and the rat do not react to us at all?
Yeah, they reacting to my poking on my head through the door.
Okay. Second.
So I haven't really invited the party.
There has to be something supernatural about them because there's no way they'd survive down here.
Yeah.
Nobody's been down here for a while.
Yeah.
So there's some supernatural element to them.
Okay. They are just standing there looking at you.
So I invite the party over. I kind of push the door open, open even more, just to have the party take a look at the whole room.
Okay. So you can see inside, and they're not moving towards you. They're not doing anything.
And is my invisibility still going off in the sense?
Yes, you do not see any invisibility. Or sorry, you don't see anything that is.
So I'm like, my invisible. I'm like, I don't see anything in here other than these.
I have an animal empathy. Does that give me any insight into what those animals are doing?
You are positive these are not natural animals.
They're supernatural.
Okay, guys, they're not natural.
Something wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like evil?
Are they tied up?
No, they're not tied up. And do you have a way of detecting evil? I do.
You have that. We have that. We have a wand.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the wand detecting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, these are bloody evil. That's an evil goat and an evil rat. And you suspect they're not a goat or a rat. Something is wrong.
So they're demons that are shape-shifted or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
like
when
those
you
with-
pull out that wand and do the detection, so they turn into this.
Time to run.
Close the door behind you.
Are they imps?
You see two imps.
Oh, I mean, they're imps.
So what, like-
small,
Like
tiny.
4 foot tall imps?
Yeah, they're not even that tall. They're small demons.
Well, and like they're obviously they do this in
They were there for guard. They were basically guarding something. They're guarding something. They were there to put us
Okay.
guards.
And illusionist and wizard make a intelligence check.
That's a good one for me. 22. That's a front.
20.
Okay.
Plus a prime.
You both said we got to get the fuck out of here. They can only be hurt by magic items
We don't fucking have any.
or spell.
or spells. Yeah.
And we don't have any.
We got
Well, we got
magic. We got the
magic
magic missile
whistle.
charger.
Yeah, you got a
Cleric's
wand
got
full of
it.
magic missiles.
We got soundstorm. We got shock.
What
do you do?
Crossbow bolt.
I think
fire.
we should run. We're not really ready to. If we could get that spear from that fucking
Mhm.
statue, then we might have a chance.
Let's try that again.
Yeah.
I say we close. We close. the door.
Yeah, we close the door.
Okay, so you guys
Yeah.
disappear.
Phantom.
We give them an impish grin and
Okay,
waltz
Yeah.
away.
I think we should get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's. We're gonna head back to the inn.
You tried to keep us pushing the limits, but we're chickening now.
We probably could have killed them.
All right. Well,
Obviously, things have gone bad in this level to the point where the monkeys are dying. So we could come back the next day and see what's going on.
Well, the good yeah.
come on. Why isn't this going?
Just change it back to the end or to
Yeah, oh, there.
other.
And
Like, is there all kinds of bodies and death down that way?
yep.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
Reader show.
You see what he's trying to do.
I know. Immediately, I'm
He
like, do
is
we want to
trying
check some of those?
sucker us.
Check some of those doors.
Okay. So that's what you see. And you guys are heading back up
We're
your
heading up
secret
the stairs.
way.
We're going back to the end.
Yeah, I think we better go and figure out what we've got.
We go to our room and we find out where we can put all this treasure.
Well, that's the thing. We're gonna have to find some because we have so much gold now, and we are gonna start spending it. But we're gonna have to see if the guy at the inn has some sort of
Yeah.
safe or place to lock it up.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out.
Okay.
Shut the secret door.
Shut the secret door. Right.
Seal it. Yep.
Oh,
I've got
spike it again. Okay.
I've got a bag of dust too. when we get back up to where we come in from that secret door, I got a bag of dust so I can make it look like
at the top by the
up the top
basement. Yeah. All right. Okay. So not a ton of time has passed actually.
Are you serious?
Like
the longest, yeah. Just
it seems like a long time for
the longest part was the walking down the stairs and then the walking back up.
Back up is going to be over.
Okay.
280.
So you're just going to leave that iron spear in that guy's hands? You're not going to do anything before you go up? I'll just bringing that up one last time.
Last brain fucking...
Okay, we're out we're out of the library. Before we go up the stairway.
How would we get it from him? So it can't... If we had tried to sledgehammer his hands, he attacks him.
Well, we have shock. Well, because he's metal. With that,
is he metal or stone?
Oh, he's stone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he seemed...
Electricity.
He's obviously crazy hard to hit.
Sound storm. Will that crack it?
I don't know. Should it sound shockwave? Like, I can cast that as a cleric, and I can also cast it from this scroll, but it'll damage him, but I don't know if it's going to finish him off. Like, he's obviously pretty powerful, because
but if
17 didn't hit him.
But if you put it on, if you cast it right on his hand, maybe it drops the spear.
Or it activates him again.
Its armor class is high because it's made of stone.
Yeah. But I mean, if you shatter it to the point of his hand, if you pinpoint it on his hand, because we've already cracked his hand, right?
Mm-hmm. And you can see from the way it moves that everyone here is faster than this thing. But it's got a spear that has a bit of reach.
Here's the issue. If we just got a bunch of
Phantom's looking for any door, like secret doors in the library.
Use the
I rolled a
resources
14.
Because I can try to shatter it with that scroll, and then we can run to the door. And if it can't come through the door, you can just until it's dead. But it's going to use your wand and my scroll just to get the fucking spear.
That might not even be magical.
Just
a black spear.
Well, it's given off a weird
it's clearly
glow.
magical.
It's given off a weird glow.
Yeah. It obviously does something other than just murder. It may do other. It might
because when it hit you, it did more damage than a normal spear would do.
Yeah.
So should I do what the assassin is saying? Is just like cast like right on its hands, like the sound wave blast.
Go for it.
See if it shatters his hand.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Look at crit and kill me.
Okay. Describe the spell and what is there a save or anything like that?
No, it's just like a shockwave. It does damage.
I say when you do it, we do it outside the library, so even if it moves, we are not in the harm's way.
Yeah.
And to see if it drops its spear.
Okay, so you're in the library, out the library.
We're on like the entrance of the library.
We're looking to the
secret
door.
Entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we can range attack it.
Well, because I think it's a spell, so obviously you can range it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aldrich, and is anyone else doing anything?
Merlin will stand there with his wand.
Okay.
Get ready to fire it too.
All right.
This is a shockwave knock.
Here we go. So, how much damage does it do?
3,000.
10.
Okay. You can see cracks appear all over its body. Like, even though you went for the fingers and hands, all over its body, it cracks everywhere. The thing does not look as
robust
at all.
Okay.
And I'm talking about not fine little cracks. I'm talking about some good serious cracks.
Okay, here we go with the second one.
Okay, so it's moving forward, so
we'll stand out of its way inside the room.
It gets there.
Okay.
I say you guys move out of the library and then just do it again.
It takes another 8.
Okay. And it just collapses into rubble. And the spear dropped to the ground with a loud clang.
We grab that thing and fuck off.
Yeah.
We are now officially done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Calder collects more books.
Yeah, just grab some random books.
So that spear. So write down spear from room 223.
And you said it was like black.
Yeah, it's a black iron spear.
Black iron spear. Ooh. All right.
Okay. So you guys spike the door behind you. Slowly go.
Well, they don't know that the secret door is there, right?
No, they do not.
Okay. So
we're still.
Oh, that's a secret door that we're coming through in the library?
Yeah.
Oh, so they realized. Oh, so when the librarians saw it, they were shocked.
Because the wall opened up.
Okay.
But they're all dead, so they can't tell anybody that we're using the secret door.
Yeah.
Bing bling.
Okay, so we run away with all our shit.
Yeah. All right. So you make it up the stairs after a long climb.
Yeah, so maybe run was the wrong word.
Yeah.
Is it dark?
It is not dark. It looks, you think it's around noonish.
Oh, so we got lots of time. We can get back. Because remember, we don't want to travel in the open at night.
Yeah.
Because there's wandering fucking baboons.
Okay.
They're probably all dead now.
Some ones.
And so you, looking around, you don't see anyone traversing the open plain area.
Good.
All right.
You dropped your dust and stuff to make.
When we got to the top, I put dust.
Yeah.
My bag of dust.
All right.
I just throw my dust
So
there.
you emerge. You don't see anyone around,
And head back to the
and
inn.
you head back to the inn.
Yeah.
Do we want to come in from a different?
Yeah, we're coming from a
circle
different.
around?
Yeah,
You circle around.
We do a different
Okay.
route.
You don't see anyone.
And we go right to our room. And we unleash all our treasures in our room.
Throw it all on the bed like it's after Halloween.
Okay, so
Like
they
great
greet
day at
you. They
Disney.
come in.
Yeah.
So they see you come in and cross. He's like, where do I go, guys?
You just come in with
He's
us.
like, and I don't have to pay. This is so exciting.
Shut it, Cross. Get up the stairs.
Okay, so Cross is quite excited. He's never seen such adventure in his life before. Well, frankly, neither of you, but he doesn't know that. Okay, you have all this shit. Some of it you don't know what it is.
Well, that's our
The one thing we need to find is a bag of holding.
Yeah.
We need
Mhm.
Well, you should be reading that book. You
Yeah.
should
Oh,
spend
Calder just goes in the corner and starts
reading that book.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then we'll identify
So
the spear, the ring, any of that shit.
Yeah,
that
you
we don't
can-
know what it is.
Okay.
So what we need is the
We'll order
ring.
food and hot baths and laundry service.
So what we need to identify is the ring, scroll,
I'm pretty sure
wand,
most of us shit
and
our pants.
amulet, and scroll. So we have 2 scrolls, a ring, an amulet, and a wand. That
okay.
need to be
And the spear.
And the spear.
and the spear.
All right, so using the scroll of identify.
Yeah.
All right, let's cross that off.
Yep. Wizard that's gone from you. My sea invisibility is gone. Your sound storm is gone.
Yeah.
The wand of detect. So
Nope.
you've used one detect.
Yeah, you've used one to text you.
Yeah,
Down
so
to
I'm
19.
I'm 19.
I'm going to calculate the gold here.
Okay. New magic. Oh. Okay. So it's a 5-foot long sphere. It's +1 to hit and damage, +2 versus humanoids. However, it is very heavy. You need a 17 strength to wield it.
You got that?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bling, bling.
You got a magic weapon.
The ring.
Okay, just a second here. I'm just writing down.
Sorry for rushing you.
It's 100.
Yeah, our gold total went right up. 2,800 gold. I'm sitting at.
Nice.
Okay. So that ring, what room did it come from?
218.
218. So that is a ring of spell storing.
Oh,
It stores 3 first level spells.
You want to, you can take that, wizard.
And that scroll that was in there was
Yeah.
a scroll of augury. AUGURY.
That's a plus something to your initiative roll, right?
I don't remember.
No, I think that's like seeing, like it's like telling-
Forecasting
forecast-
future
Yeah,
stuff like
it
that.
helps us figure shit out.
Best
Is that a,
It's like when you chop open a goat and you look at the intestines.
so
Yeah.
is that illusionist or is that wizard or is that cleric?
I don't know.
What is it? Augury?
Yeah, School of Augury. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Ovary.
Not that.
So we'll look that. If you want to look that up there, Jason, see which one who belongs it to. Carl, you got the ring.
Yes.
By spell holding. The one from 222.
Okay, 222.
The amulet and the scroll in there. And the potions. 2 potions as well.
So, yeah. So it's a wand of magic missiles, 2 charges.
Does that recharge every day or no?
No.
I'll take that then.
Okay.
So,
You've got the other one. You've got the big one.
It's a
So.
massive one.
Okay.
A scroll of holy name. That's a new magic spell. So just a second. I gotta look that up.
Scroll of holy shit.
I'm thinking that's gonna be a cleric one. So
Are you sure?
the amulet.
Just a second.
Oh, yeah.
Scroll of holy name. So
What is
it's a
that
level
one?
2 cleric spell.
Yeah.
Names of
So scroll holy name. Level 2, range 120 feet. 30-foot diameter sphere. So the cleric utters the divine name of his deity in a magnified, terrifying, deep-toned voice. The authority of this holy name affects those in the area of effect differently according to their alignment. If the target's alignment is identical to that of the caster, the target gains +1 to all combat rolls and saving throws for 1 turn.
Okay.
Does this spear count as a long spear or just regular spear?
Regular, it's only 5
Okay.
feet.
Augury is, or yeah, I think
Augury,
that's how you
yeah.
say it. Is a 2nd level cleric spell.
Cleric. Okay, so that's yours.
Yeah, and so is holy name.
Okay, so cleric, you've got
Okay.
2 spells there. The amulet.
If it's just a sec.
No, sorry.
If the target's alignment is 1 off of yours, it takes 1 to 4 damage. And must save her spells or be stunned for 1 to 2 rounds. And if it's 2 off, then it takes 2 to 8 damage and stunned for 2 to 4 rounds.
Shit, you could really fuck up shit that's different than your alignment.
Does not affect neutral characters.
Okay.
Or 5 hit dice or more.
Okay.
All right. So there's that. An amulet versus undead.
That
Lets you turn like a 4th level cleric.
Ooh, shit, cleric's using that.
Cleric.
Okay.
Yes.
Potion of flying.
Ooh.
Potion of clairvoyance.
Okay.
Potion of giant control.
Well, there's more than that because there's 4 of them.
In fact, there were 2 healing and
2
Oh
healing.
yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. That's not
So
right.
just
2 healing
flying
Oh,
and
2 healing.
clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta switch that out. Okay. Anything else we got to identify?
Nothing.
The
about
book, would that be able to be identified or no?
Finesse.
You have to read it. The Deeds of Bagtro.
Calder brings it over to his pile of books that he's reading.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think everyone should take a silver dagger since
Yeah.
we have 6 of them. The crossbow bolts with fire.
Oh, what? Where was that?
Yeah,
220.
who's got a crossbow?
I do.
The Phantom does. So
You guys should take that.
Bolts of fire. So that's 220. Just
Yeah.
220. All right. The bolts of fire. They inflict 5 to 8 hit points the first round. On top of the regular damage of fire damage,
Fine.
and 1 to 3 hit points the second round.
And what's the damage when you first do it?
It's the normal
When you hit?
1d10.
Oh, 1d.
bolt 1d10.
Okay.
So that's got to be safe or what we really need.
Yeah, Phantom will take those too.
Okay. How much gold?
We got 1,800 overall, so we're at 2,800.
Because there's that diamond.
Yeah, we had that rough diamond
Okay.
that really put us over, and then the ancient pennies really put us over the edge.
Gold. So you're now worth 1,800.
2,800 overall when added to the other 900 we had.
So 28 GP worth.
28, 22 if you want to be exact. So
yeah, 28. Okay.
I go Calder Phantom goes over to Cross and basically gives him the 10 that we got from the morass. Like you keep your mouth shut.
He's excited.
And I'm like, you can build our trust with us, and you proved yourself.
You don't talk about anything that happened. You don't answer any questions from anyone.
And I tell him, like,
anything.
This is just the beginning of possibly what you could possibly get.
And when we hire more henchmen, you can be the head henchman.
Yeah, we'll make you captain.
He's so excited. He just thanks you. Thank you, bosses. Thank you, bosses.
We're gonna get you.
But I also told him,
laser
like,
eye surgery.
we need fucking armor for him too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, you have gone up a level because of what you did.
I think you are level 8.
I have to figure out
the exact
the death toll or anything like that. Okay. But you have gone up a level, and I'll tell you what your experience point is. But so we'll end the recording right now and spend some time going up, raising your character up to 2nd level. Good job. You have completely changed the power structure on this level.
I love how we planned it. And then you're just like, but that spear. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, that almost went south in a hurry.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right, I'll stop it. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future episodes, and share with friends who you think would also enjoy it. Finally, remember, always split the party.